following program is an exclusive DisruptionNetworks.com production. Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Disruption Networks. EC Radio. Disruption Networks.
Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. It's EC Radio. It's Thursday. Thursday. We're getting drunk today. That's the plan.
That's the plan, huh?
We got to.
What are you drinking?
Right now, tea. I'm getting drunk on tea.
There you go, man.
Yeah, it's Thursday. Time to disrupt your Thursday. Break it up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Get loud. Start screaming. I'm in a mood today, Pileggi.
Are you?
I'm in a mood.
What's up,
I'm
man?
fired up.
What's going on?
I'll tell you in a second.
All right.
I'm all fired up.
Are you? A good or bad fired up?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on how I shift my energies.
Sure.
If I want to shift it towards a negative way, I can.
Okay.
If I want to stay positive, I'm going to try like hell.
You're drinking some tea, though, because that's a good sign, though.
That gets me jacked, bro. The tea gets me jacked. Yerba mate, it flows through my veins.
Hell yeah, man.
It jacks me up. It's Z. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Mike Pileggi is in the house.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you, man. It's
I
been a
feel
little
like
while.
I was just about to say I haven't seen you since one of those Comedy Cup rounds.
Yeah. I think it was the one that was at Cavallo's the last time, not this one, the one before.
Right, the one I was trying to get you to hook up with Mackenzie there.
Yeah. I talked to her for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think she was about it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you going to do?
She don't
That's
like
all right.
Italians.
There you go. Yeah. She doesn't like people who look like kind of like George Clooney and Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper. I get it. You know, it's all right. It's just
Pileggi, you don't give yourself enough credit, man.
No, it's all right. I was just telling Matt and Larry, there's a couple girls that I talk to, but here's the thing. I'm not a relationship kind of guy, right? I don't open up, don't do the feelings thing. So I talk to one, two, and then go on to the next, you know.
I hear you.
I like
Move
that.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus your energies on the comedy.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing.
Because Mike Pileggi, you have a future in comedy.
I appreciate that, buddy. Thank
you. You're a good writer.
Yeah, you know.
Write some stuff up, and
yeah,
you're funny.
There's a teacher who told me that. That was a good writer. I did a spec script, like a sketch, and so a comedy sketch, and I gave it to him. He's like, "Hey, you're a really good writer. This is really funny." I'm like, "No shit." I go, "He's like, yeah." He goes, "Send this to SNL." I'm like, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the confidence.
Take a chance, man.
You never know.
What do you mean? No.
I don't know.
Take a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know if you try.
Yeah. Because I was just listening. You know who Pete
can't score unless you shoot, right?
That's true, man. Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
Take a shot.
Because Pete Davidson, I don't know if he's from SNL,
right? Yeah,
and he was
funny guy,
very funny guy.
Yeah,
he was on Mark Maron recently, and because he was talking about doing the Comedy Cellar, doing bits there, and you need a TV appearance, IMDb credit, and 3 big references to do the Comedy Cellar. He just had a really good agent that just got him in. So I think about that a lot. I'm like, oh, sometimes you do have to go by the qualifications, but fuck it, why not just send it out or send it to someone or make that phone call? You never know.
You never know.
Could happen. You're right.
$1 in a dream, right?
$1 in a dream, my man. You know it.
It's fired up, man. This whole repeal of net neutrality.
We were just talking about
well,
that.
I feel like we have to talk about it for a while now.
Yeah, man.
We're
this
going
is crazy.
Like, I never want to touch on politics on this show
Right,
because it's not
yeah.
really in my nature. And I don't,
Sure.
I stick to music and what I'm comfortable with. But,
I
like,
hear ya.
this is bullshit, man.
Yeah, this is getting a little out of hand.
We are officially turned into China.
It's crazy, yeah.
We are China now.
Exactly.
Or as Trump says, China. We are officially fucking China. Thanks, Orange Julius. And he does this because he just wants to fuck over everything Obama put into place.
Thank you. I was just saying that. Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true, and it sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
We're living in a dictatorship now.
He doesn't know the damage. I think he knows because he comes from a world where everything is his. Mm-hmm. So now he's turning that into now it's mine. You have to listen to me.
Spoiler brat.
Right, exactly.
It's unbelievable. Fuck the
Crazy.
FCC.
Fuck the FCC.
Seriously.
It's crazy.
Like, we work so goddamn hard around here, and then
Yeah.
you're just gonna like tune it down for us.
For what?
Or make people fucking pay for whatever.
We're going to
it's
go
just gonna
back
be
to the Reagan
ridiculous, man.
administration where they take away the marijuana and, I mean, this is what Reagan, it's not even a Republican mindset. It's just a controllive mindset.
Right.
It's just so crazy. Like Obama, I mean, was great. It wasn't geared to one thing. Like he was with Freedom for Religion and heard everyone out and worked with Paul Ryan. And, it was just simpler time now where it's like I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
It's ridiculous,
It's
man.
really weird.
You've watched Stranger Things?
Yeah, man.
We are living in the upside
Yeah,
down.
we are in the upside down.
This is the upside down.
This has to be, man.
It's ridiculous, man.
It's just, and I don't know if you followed the.
I can't wait. And I'm sorry to cut
No,
you off,
go
but
ahead,
I cannot wait for that. You hear that Trump supporter bitch about when they have to pay more for
Right?
the internet. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
wait. And I'm going to be
Yeah.
trolling those motherfuckers. Seriously, like this is
Yeah.
your boy,
Right? Yeah, this is your guy.
Drain the swamp.
Exactly.
You
The
know?
Democrats are doing a better job than draining their own swamp than Trump would ever. And this is the thing. I don't know. Al Franken stepped down and from Senate because he.
Well, yeah, the Me
sexual
Too and all that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's hard to keep up with everything that
it's
goes
crazy.
on, right?
Yeah, it's
There's
every
just
day.
so much going on. It's
Every
just hard to
day.
keep up.
Yeah.
We're just quickly going down that toilet drain. Very quick.
I don't even think it wasn't this crazy. Like, say you hate the Republicans, but people hated Bush and it wasn't this crazy.
Right.
I mean,
It wasn't
this
as
is just
crazy, though.
mayhem. You don't. Where's Paul Ryan? He's not. Mike Pence is nowhere to be found. All these people, until they need their tax plan, then Paulie Boy comes out of hiding and signs.
You know
it
where
up
they
and
are?
goes
They're
back.
collecting checks. That's
Yeah,
where they from all
exactly.
these fucking
Exactly.
lobbyists.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
And they're covering their own
collecting
ass
checks.
right now too.
Yeah. Drain the swamp.
Drain that swamp.
How's that
baby.
shit? They added to it. Let's put more piranhas
Oh,
in the
for
swamp.
sure, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous, man.
It's insane.
Welcome to China, people.
Welcome to China.
Welcome to China.
Here it is.
I hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, and people try to warn people not to do this because this is what we were gonna get with Trump.
America, home of the free.
Yeah,
Home of the free,
We're
America.
making it great again.
We're great again,
Hell
guy.
yeah, man.
Great job making America great, guy. Great job. You did a great job making America great. Man.
Yeah.
I'm trolling those
I
Trump
fucking
supporters,
hate it.
and I hate getting into politics, but I
Right.
am because I can't wait to hear
Right.
them bitch about when
Right.
they got to pay, for Twitter,
Exactly.
or they
right.
got to pay fucking an outrageous amount of money for Verizon and Comcast and all the other controlling corporations
Right.
in America. Fuck the FCC.
Yeah, this is. It's
They don't
sad,
care.
man.
All they care about this has become the corporation. Like,
Yeah, right.
You know what? You know what America is? Walmart.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
is. It's Walmart.
Exactly.
Run by Orange Julius.
Right.
You know?
It's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a spoiled little brat.
He
That's
is.
what he is.
He
Mine,
is.
mine.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
He
man.
lies through his teeth. I've never seen anyone lie as much as he does either.
I don't.
Right in
I don't
front of
even
your
think half the
face.
time he knows what the fuck he's talking
No,
about.
of
And how did he
course
get all
not.
these people so brainwashed?
Right?
I
Isn't
like
it crazy?
how stupid can you be?
Isn't it crazy?
I'm fired up.
Like the
legend.
Alabama governor, that Roy Moore.
Mm-hmm.
People were crying. He was out. He's a child molester, and people were crying because he didn't win. That's how Trump won.
Right.
'Cause of the-
Divide and conquer, and this is definitely has happened. Divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Man, it's ridiculous.
And it sucks when you feel passionate about something too. When it's something that affects you personally. That's what really sucks about it.
Well, and this affects us personally. It affects
Oh, yeah,
everybody.
for
Everybody
sure.
who loves to get on the internet.
Right.
Everybody's who's so, wrapped up in their phones and their iPhones and their Androids. Like,
Do they really think people are
man.
going to pay though? Every single person's going to pay this price. What if they don't? And they fuck themselves doing this deal and they lose money. What happens then? You know?
I had to say I listen to Matt too much. Actually, I don't. Sorry if we have the same opinion. Usually when Matt's on, I'm at the gym fucking making this goddamn body look
There
good.
you go. There you go.
It doesn't look good at all, man. It doesn't. But
It's hard to work out.
I do it every day, though.
Yeah.
I am there every damn day. Every damn day.
What's the regiment? What time you do? Is there a specific time
I
you
get up
and-
around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I go right to the gym.
Damn.
Every day. I have to, man.
Yeah.
I'm old now. Like,
Right.
I learned that lesson. I already did my partying and stuff. And don't get me wrong,
Sure.
I like to drink here and there and
Yeah.
have my time. But if I want to stay on this earth a little bit longer, I need to keep
Right.
exercising and
There you
take care
go.
of the health.
There you go. How
So
old are you now?
I'm in my 40s.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pegged that.
Thanks, Pledgy.
No
See,
way.
this is why you're my favorite intern around here.
No. Thank you, buddy.
You know, if only you had tits.
I'm halfway there. If I keep eating the way I am, I'll have a bigger tits.
Yeah.
That's the thing. My brother, I was just talking to my brother. I was like eating Chips Ahoy and Doritos, and he goes, Mike, is that necessary? I'm like, listen, man, I'm going to have to cut this out at some point, so just let me enjoy it while I can. You know, the working out's going to have to start soon. You know, I got to eat better, so let me enjoy this moment.
Well, you're still young, though.
Yeah,
You're in your 20s, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you're still young, man.
You
You
know.
could do it. Man,
Yeah.
I didn't sleep at all in my 20s.
Really?
Nah, I just did a ton of drugs, a ton of
Right.
alcohol, and partied all the way through.
See, I got that all out of my system in like high school.
You did?
Yeah, because we went to road parties and house parties, and then I was like living it up. And then as soon as I got to college, like I was so keen on making a short film and writing and stuff like that. So all the crazy party stuff went to creative stuff, and I just wanted because I wanted to do it. And now, you know, the Saranaks are too loud for me. I can't handle it sometimes.
Too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Nail Creek, have a nice cup of hot tea. after I had
Like
my
what I'm doing
Guinness.
right now?
Hell yeah, man. Hot tea's the best. Iced tea, any tea, really.
I have to introduce you to yerba mate, man. I don't know.
Okay. No, what is
This
it?
is it's a tea from Peru.
Okay.
I get it in the mail. I get it by the kilo.
Really?
It's almost like it's drugs. It's hilarious. But it's
Right.
a natural tea.
Okay.
It's a natural root, natural herb you get from South America.
Okay.
And this shit's like fire.
Is it really?
It's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink one of these, I'm good for the day.
Really?
Start motor mouthing.
Damn.
And then if you try one of those, and my buddy Jeremy Freeman came up with it, the upgrades.
Yeah.
They're like a, energy drink, the small little guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're called upgrades.
Yeah.
Pounded one of those today.
Really?
Before I went to the gym, I'm still like, yeah, let's go. I can go work out for another 2 more hours.
God damn,
I'm
man.
ready to go.
I
Fired up.
Drank 3 too many energy drinks one time, and it landed me in the hospital with an EKG hooked up to me.
Oh my God.
This happened recently.
What was your blood pressure? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but they looked scared. The nurses were scared. They go, "Are you sure your chest isn't tight?" I
Were
go,
you
"No."
red?
No.
You didn't turn beet red?
No.
From all the blood just rushing?
No.
No.
They said there was mimicking signs of a heart attack, but they didn't. There was no heart attack to be had.
Really?
Yeah,
Man, you're lucky.
I'm lucky. Yeah.
I've seen that happen to some people before, drinking way too many energy drinks and just
Yeah,
get
yeah.
all jacked the hell up.
Yeah, man. It's no good. You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful. Chicken's joining us.
What up?
What's up,
How you
man?
doing, buddy?
Running a little late today.
Yeah. Late today. By the way, I gotta talk about today's show.
What's up?
Today we got a good show today. I'm excited for today.
What's going on?
My good friend and brother, and he used to run my bar for me. I was best man at his wedding. My good friend John Naegele
Nice.
coming into the show. He's bringing us a bunch of beer. John
Nice.
Naegele is the beer connoisseur. He is like
He's
there's
the beer
no
guy.
he's the beer guy.
Yeah.
Nobody smarter in the beer world than
Really?
this man right here.
That's awesome.
So he knows his beer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know he's bringing us some Season's Best.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of Season's Best.
Season's Best is
Yeah,
great.
because I wanted to stick with the sponsors, our good friends over at Saranac.
Absolutely, man.
And he was like,
and you can't go wrong with Season's Best. There's so many different great flavors in there.
right.
Yeah.
Season's Best from Saranac. For those that are out of town, never heard of Saranac, check them out,
it's the best.
saranac.com. They are pretty much, they are the second oldest brewery in America.
No shit.
Yingling is number 1. And
Saranac.
Saranac is number
I
2,
love
which was
Saranac,
the
man.
FX Matt Brewing Company or
Oh,
Matt
that's
Brewing
sure.
Company back in
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
Been around since 1888.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 1888. So big
crazy.
ups to them. I was hanging out with Fred the other night
Best
at Floodwood.
root beer in the planet.
Yeah, dude.
not
Yeah.
just root beer though. All their sodas are good too.
I
The
know, but
ginger
that-
beer's really good.
The
and
ginger beer is
Yeah.
good.
you know what? I even like, and I'll just drink one of these. This is a good idea. If you're ever in the mood for something sweet, there's Shirley Temple mixed with vanilla vodka.
No
Oh, it's
shit.
delicious.
That sounds
Can't drink
good.
too many of them, but it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Like we talked about the mule kickers.
Mule
Mule kickers
kickers.
are great.
What's
yeah.
that?
It's what's it like?
It's like a Moscow Mule.
yeah, but it's like 7% alcohol or something like that. It's
I
up
don't
there.
know. It's up there.
It's got a lot
We'll
of.
ask Nigel.
But
It's really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
It's like a Moscow Mule, and they serve
try
it
it.
in a bronze can.
No
Like
shit.
you're supposed to serve the Moscow Mules in the bronze cup.
Yeah.
With a lime and.
That's
you know.
awesome.
Yeah,
That sounds fun.
Saranac has great products, great concerts in the summertime. So.
Saranac caramel porter.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Delicious.
Yep.
Good beer.
Man, oh man.
I miss their black and tan. They used to make a black and tan that was phenomenal too.
What was in that?
It's lager and stout.
Really?
Yeah, you mix the two. Like
that
you ever
does
have
sound
a half and half, or what do they call it?
Well, usually they
The half and half. So they black and tans.
Yeah, regular black and tan is the original was Guinness and Harp.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
Guinness
love
and
Guinness.
Harp. Right. Guinness
is
and
the
Harp.
shit.
Or any kind of lager, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Any kind
But
of
those
lager.
were traditionally.
Have you ever had a black and blue? A black and blue is
no, I
Blue
did not.
Moon on the bottom, and then Guinness.
No, but I had a
Shit,
That's
that
really good,
sounds
too.
Southern
Yeah.
Comfort. It was called.
Yeah.
So my buddy's like, "Oh, I'll take two Southern Comforts," and I'm like, "Or no, not Southern Comfort. Sorry, Black Velvet." So I'm like, "All right, I'll order 2 Black Velvets and a couple drinks." Right? They come back with 4 pints, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" It was woodchuck cider and Guinness, and
Woodsuck cider and Guinness, huh?
yes, and
Wow.
it was really pretty good because
Yeah.
you had that like sweet tart taste mixed with the smooth, dark taste of the Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually really good.
Damn.
But it fucked us up.
Did it really?
Yeah. I'm thinking they're going to come with a couple shots and beers, you know?
Yeah,
like,
right.
But down in Florida, they call it Black Velvet.
That's awesome.
What the heck is that?
That's me. And the Red's coming up with a meme. Fuck the FCC. The text line is blown up. Still checks in, too. He says save him a season's best. So make sure you save it, too.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then Longwood's telling me not to get political today.
Yeah, because
We
he knows his Trump is a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
for
And
big
this is
time.
proof right here.
Big time.
But we won't get into it. Me and Pledgy talked about it a little while ago. I'm sure I'll probably talk about it again. But I try to stay away from the politics on this show.
Pledge, were your ears ringing like the other day?
No, wow.
We were just talking about you, bro.
We
Were you
actually.
really?
Yeah.
All good things, I hope.
Always.
Well,
Like
kind of.
I told you earlier, you're you're the favorite intern around here.
We're like, where the hell's Pledgy been?
I know. So I just had a job for an interview for another job, and I'm trying to book 3 guests right now. I was telling him, I told Matt it's and I asked him if I
spill
could.
the beans.
I don't have to.
No, don't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I
We'll
won't.
spill the beans when it gets locked in and
Yeah,
it's a done
okay,
deal.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get people excited.
Okay.
I've learned that.
You're
I've learned
good.
that in the short
good.
year that we've been here.
Yeah.
I've learned that with
Gotcha.
every girl I've had sex with. They're guaranteed to be disappointed.
Oh, that's great.
That's hilarious.
But I know, yeah, work's been crazy, and we lost a guy. He quit. So then
Oh,
Matt
jeez,
Cohen-
I thought he died.
Oh,
Like,
no,
later, we
no,
lost a
no.
guy. I'm like, oh, shit, what do you do?
I'm in sanitation. No. Yeah, I work for a private contractor. We cut firewood and stuff, and this guy just had enough, and so I had to fill in for him. So been not here, but the job I'm getting is overnight, so I can be here like during the week and stuff,
Nice.
and so I
Oh,
can
great,
devote more
man.
time here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
We
hoping.
miss you around here, actually.
Yeah, I
do.
love being here. Like even like when I first got here, I just felt comfortable here. It was a good vibe, and this is just fun. You shoot the shit, you talk, and a lot of good things are coming out of it. We're on Twitch now, and it's growing. So
Yeah, Twitch has
man.
been huge for us.
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
for sure.
And, of course, people are downloading the app left and right. So
Yeah, man.
we're getting a lot of great hits and
Oh, it's
making a
great.
lot of new friends, too. Which
Yeah,
is great.
for sure.
Which is great. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Red sent a great little FCC. Fuck the FCC. He was like, what the fuck's up, D-bags? We are a bunch of D-bags around here, that's for sure.
Where was the FCC when they edited Snakes on a Plane for the TV version? I want these Monday through Friday snakes. Why? Where were they then?
I never seen the unedited or the edited
it's
version.
terrible.
I actually wrote a commercial for a client using that premise. Like,
Really?
where they go through and like when it comes apart to swear, and he's like, these are the biggest freaking burritos I've ever seen. And it was like a woman saying it, and then the guy would climb it, and then freaking burritos I've ever seen.
That's great.
That is funny. We're going to have a lot of beer talk. We're actually going to have a lot of sports talk today, too, because it's Thursday.
Yep.
And then coming up after EC Radio is the D-Line.
D-line.
Nice.
That's coming up. Chicken's football podcast that he does every
Nice.
Thursday. They
Nice,
talk
dude.
Yep.
football and fantasy. And
Yeah.
give picks. And
Yeah, unfortunately, with the theme of the week, the guest canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just the 3 of us, which would be fine. Hopefully maybe somebody will pop in and want to hang out. But
Red's on fire today.
Yeah. Wait. What was that photo shoot you did the other day, there, Chicken?
Loses 80 pounds. He's a fucking model now. That's a good one. Post that, please.
I think Red's mad at me for that video I posted of that guy dancing around naked. I go, Red, is this you? Way too old. That was his only comeback.
That's a good one. That is funny.
You guys getting a calendar together?
You know what's funny?
Yeah,
is
right? That's a calendar one.
I actually posted that. Matt took that with his phone when we were doing the photo shoot. And I was looking at him like, well, I got nothing on my Facebook. And, like, you know, you had me doing the Tinder now. So I'm like,
Hell yeah, man.
only thing up there were just other pictures. And none of them were from me. And, like, I haven't had pictures of me in, like, years. So I was, like, you know, way fatter.
Right,
so, like,
right.
well, I'll just throw this up here and I'll put this on Tinder too or whatever, see what happens. I did not expect anybody to even, like, comment, but it's been blowing up. So
Good for you, man. Well, you look great, and
Yeah,
all that
you
hard
do.
work is paying off for
Yeah,
you,
man.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
freaking proud of you.
Thank you.
You've been.
I was
killing
kind of
it.
shocked. Everyone's, like, you know, saying good thoughts and shit like that. So it was kind of cool to hear, and I totally unexpected.
See, not everybody's a dick.
Not everybody. Just Red.
No, you got a lot of dick friends out there, pal.
Yeah, dude. How about Lance posts under, you're still fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, I know I'm fat.
Yeah.
Says the fattest kid in the room.
Right. The kettle calling the other kettle black, right?
Yeah.
But John Naegele's going to be here with some beer. He's bringing season's best. And also, since it is Thursday, we do a lot of sports talk. Mike DeVice is definitely checking in, too.
I've heard that before.
I know.
I've
but
heard that.
I know. But this time it's for real.
I'm thinking maybe he couldn't be on air last week because his head was in the vice.
We're going to ask him that. We are going to ask him
Oh,
that.
he's going to hear that and he's like, fuck you, chicken.
Well, Chicken, you know, you have every right. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to have to keep him on the horn for a little bit because we need to get down to the nitty-gritty of why we've been getting dogged by him for the last couple of weeks. And not only did we get dogged, but the last time he did come on the show, his picks went 0-4.
No
So
shit.
we're thinking he's dogged us because,
Damn.
Yeah.
you know, he went 0-4.
Yeah.
And then he was supposed to come in the studio. We got all these cannolis and pasties and food. Tim Hardiman from Utica Bread brought us some beautiful
that's fucking
tomato
awesome.
pie.
Nice.
We had all this food lined up. Dippin' Donuts came down and brought us some stuff, and
Yeah.
he
You
was a
had
no-show.
pastries and pasties and
It
yeah.
was great, and he was a no-show.
Damn. You gonna
So-
call him out on it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I thought you said calamad. I was like, no, we ain't no calamad.
We
Like,
got the calamari.
Like calamari.
everybody outside of Utica was like, what the fuck is that?
Calamari.
Calamari.
That's funny.
Yeah, so Mike DeVice will be checking in, and we'll get his football picks from NCAA and the NFL as well.
What about, was it Vinny DeGuiney or whatever his name is? The one guy that called in.
Oh, Sardini?
Yes.
You know, we haven't heard from Sardini in a while.
He's 1 for 1, so.
Yeah, he was doing college basketball. So, you know, hopefully if Sardini, if you're out there listening, call us. Let us know you're out there, man. I would like to hear from you.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
You know, we like picks around here. You know, the degenerate gambler in me. You know, and right now I got everybody hooked on cryptocurrency. Right now, that's like a freaking 24/7 casino right now. I just
Damn.
bought more this morning.
Jeez.
Anyways, that's going to be for another podcast. Pledge, you getting ready for the holidays?
Oh yeah, man. Got family coming in from all over. We're gonna do it at my grandmother's house.
Grandma Pledgy?
Grandma Pileggi.
Yeah?
I was making Gucci Dodds with her last night.
What is that?
Gucci Dodds.
Gucci Dodds. It's the
honey-
the fig in the middle. You get a pie crust and
Oh.
you put fig in it, and then you cut it individually, and they're kind of long. The cookies are long. You can see inside them, and you bake them in the oven, and then we do the frosting, and then you put the sprinkles on. She made
Oh,
over
that's what they're
100
called?
Gucci Dodds.
I never knew the
I
name
thought it was
of
like a clothing line or something. Gucci Dodds.
that's what we call them, the Gucci Dodds. She made over 100, but she's making more for Christmas Day.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, so I'll probably be over tomorrow to help her with the cookies and whatnot. So
You're lucky you still got your grandmother, man.
yeah,
I
I
miss
know.
my grandparents so much,
I
man.
know.
Every day, and especially around the holidays.
yeah, man,
I
it's
miss my
tough.
grandparents so
My
much.
grandmother was just released from the hospital yesterday.
Oh,
She
good.
went back home. So,
Oh,
Good.
good.
Good
She's
news. Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Clean bill of health.
well,
Well,
she's
for
96,
92.
92.
Oh, 92.
92 years
Wow.
old.
Wow.
And she's still kicking, and, you know, she's a firecracker. So.
I'd
Yeah,
give
yeah.
anything to hear my grandmother call me a stupid son of a bitch one more time. You know? I miss her so much.
What's her name?
Irene.
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 Wow.
And my other grandmother that just passed a couple years ago, her name was Carmela.
Carmela.
Carmela, and she was a spitfire, man. I would have loved that bring her on to Disruption, man, because
Yeah.
she was a spark plug, man.
Yeah.
I used to bring her on Keeler to tell jokes.
Really?
Yeah, she was dirty. She would have loved this. She used to listen to Stern every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a 94, I think, year old aunt. I just talked to her on the phone last night. She sent me banana bread. I made the mistake of not calling and thanking her.
Oh, you just reminded me.
You just put a dagger.
Totally forgot, right? So I'm at my grandmother's. We're doing the cookies, and I see it was her name that came up. So I go, "Hey, Aunt Annie," and she's like, "Who's this?" I go, "Michael." She goes, "Nope. Give me your grandmother." She goes, "You never called me for that banana bread.
Wow.
Why didn't you call me?" I'm like, "Aunt Annie," I go, "it was a miscommunication. I thought you were supposed to call me." She goes, "Why would I call you?" But we talked for like 45 minutes, and God bless her. She just fell.
So you're Italian?
Oh, very 100%.
Okay, and now,
Pledgy.
Pelagian.
yeah, I mean, you don't know these days. It could,
Look at that nose.
I mean, my last name's O'Connor, and I'm half Italian.
Right, I know.
My mom walks in here right now. She's full-blooded Italian. You would never, like,
I
tell
hate
by
it.
your name.
My
But,
last name's Donaldson. I'm like 3/4 Italian, so I know how it goes.
but like, when you don't thank for something like that,
Dude.
oh.
Big time.
It's like
Yeah, that's
my
not
mother,
good.
if you come to
Yeah.
my house, right, and you're not going to eat, and she's making food.
Yeah, dude.
Because
Yes.
it's like, and my mom is like a whirlwind. Like, you could come in there, and like in 5 minutes, she'll have this spread of
Yeah,
all
dude.
this different kinds of food, and you're like,
Hell yeah.
when did you have time to make this? Like, how did you do this?
Right.
And Lance, he doesn't drink. When he's drinking, he's not eating.
Right.
So he came over one time. My mom made all his food, and he's not eating. She's like, "What do you mean you're not eating?" She got like pissed. I'm like, "Dude, just eat something. Just
Yeah.
fucking put
You
something
know
in your
what?
mouth
Oh.
and eat it."
Yeah.
You don't want to piss off an Italian woman.
Oh,
No, you
no,
do
no.
not.
I don't care if she's only 4 feet high, man.
You do not. My grandma made all this food for my cousin one time, and her husband never came and got it, and my grandma was not happy. She was sitting with her arms folded, just going off. She goes, "I cooked all this food. They're not going to come in and get it. How dare he? How dare he do this to me?" I'm like, "Grandma, I'll eat it. We'll eat it." I said, I'll eat all of it if I have to. But you call and thank, and you eat when they cook.
Yep.
Yeah. The Italians do the Christmas Eve where there's 7 fishes. Do you do all
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We do the calamad. We do. We do a fried fish. Someone makes a fried fish. Then we do the chicken, the breaded chicken. We do pizza. We do soup. We do mashed potatoes. But then we have 2 different soups, 3 different pizzas, 4 different kinds
How
of fish.
many people are you feeding over here? In the
Oh,
Pelagian
right.
let me
household?
tell you. So one Christmas, it was the Christmas after my grandfather died. This was 2015. We had over 50 people in my grandmother's house.
Wow.
And there was we couldn't sit. There was
I
standing.
miss those days.
And it was
too.
great. It was great. All our friends and family were there. We were all together, and it was so much fun. And I'm assuming it's going to be like that this year because my aunt and uncle usually do Christmas Eve, but we're doing Christmas Eve this year, and my grandma does Christmas Day. And people are coming from out of town, so it's going to be a house packed full of Italians. And
Oh man.
my little
sounds
nephew's
fun.
What's
coming.
the matter
my
for me?
cousin's
What's the matter
coming.
for you?
Yeah, that's right.
And then it's like everyone's yelling at each other, but like about different things, and like nobody's on the same. Like I'll be talking to you, you'll be talking to him, and
Right.
like everyone's just yelling at each
Exactly.
other, and like nobody makes sense.
And the weirdest thing is, my grandma's house is pretty spacious. The grandkids always end up in a bedroom talking. We have the whole house, but the grandkids always, it's either my grandfather's room, we're always sitting on the bed, chatting, there's a chair in there, we'll sit, we just mold to a room and like put ourselves in there for the rest of the day and just hang out and chill and catch up, and it's great.
Wow, you're bringing back some memories for me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I miss hanging out with the family. All my family is gone and moved away or
Sure.
passed on or whatever. So it's not
Yeah.
like it used to be when we were kids. Like
Yeah,
it
man.
was a madhouse.
Oh yeah,
So much
yeah.
fun.
That was
you
the
know?
best because it was your family. Like you didn't care.
Yeah.
The house was full and there was nowhere to sit. Like you just had it was
you
great.
just sat on wherever you could. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember one of the traditions that my family did, and I don't know where it started, but like after you unwrap the presents, birthdays, Christmas, whatever, turns out to an all-out war. You'll just be sitting there and wham, you get hit with a piece of paper, and it'll be my grandmother throwing it at you. She wad it up and just whip it at you, and then like you'll be sitting there and like in just all-out war.
Dude, that's
wrapping
hysterical.
paper wars. And I don't know where it started, but it became like a tradition.
Yeah.
And so you're under fire.
You're under fire and you go.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Rez thought a cucharada was a female sexual organ.
If you put frosting and sprinkles on it, maybe it could
Yeah,
be.
hey, you can incorporate it.
You never
I
know.
don't know.
I think you can like pretty much say anything in Italian that sounds like an insult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
You calamari.
Yeah, you got.
So true though. It all depends on the inflection too,
Right,
and
right,
how
yeah,
you're
yeah.
presenting it and stuff. So.
Right.
That's cool though. Christmas, I can't believe it's here already.
I
though,
know, it's
you
went
know?
by so
As the
fast.
older though you get, don't you hate it more and more?
I don't what am
I
I
hate
gonna
Christmas.
I do too.
Yeah, I
I'm
do
over
too.
it.
I don't do well with gifts. Like, what do you want? I told my dad the other day, 2 cigars and a movie pass would be fantastic. Because I don't need things. I have things. You know, what am I gonna do? It's gonna take up space, and just give me something I can use, a gift card. Or
I never buy
whatever.
myself anything.
Right.
Like just because like everything I buy is either weed, beer,
Right.
food. You know what I mean? So I
The
like
things
never,
to survive.
Yeah, but then like all right,
The essentials.
the essentials.
but then I'll get like the worst fucking gifts, and you're like, why did you buy me this? Like my brother
Right.
bought me like this like 6 foot tall chair, like a camping chair. I'm like, it literally took up the whole backseat of my
No
Jeep. I had to
shit.
put the seats down to fit this. I'm like, where
my
am I
God.
putting this thing?
Yeah.
Like I can't bring it camping. I can't
Right.
put it on my deck. It's like, what am I doing with this thing?
I got a friend for Secret Santa 3 years in a row, and I begged on the
The
list.
same person 3 years in a row?
Same. One of my buddies, same person, 3 years
Is
in a
this
row.
Secret Santa amongst your friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
I begged for the movie Dodgeball. Begged. I wasn't gonna buy one as a gift. Okay. Begged. I got all 3 Jason Bourne movies in a row. I remember by the second one, I was like, "Please, Dodgeball, give me Dodgeball."
Because they're all like, well, he asked for this, so I don't want to get him what he asked for because he's
right.
expecting it.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm telling you this. And my
Yeah.
mother did that one year, and she asked for a hair straightener or something to that effect. And that was the only thing she told anybody. So you know what she got? 6 fucking hair straighteners.
No shit.
Yeah, 6 hair straighteners.
That's awesome.
I'm like, well, that's what you get when that's the only thing you tell people.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I remember my parents decided to do Amazon one year, and we're not Jewish, but it was like Hanukkah because we got a different gift every day because it was delayed. So it was like, here's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it ended like on a specific day. So I felt like we had Hanukkah because you get a gift every day. So Christmas like lasted like a week or two.
Did you get a dreidel?
I did not, but it's funny. My Aunt Annie always had a dreidel for me to play with.
That's another Christmas song from the South Park.
Yeah.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. The dreidel song.
Give 'em that.
You never heard that from South Park?
No.
They actually have like a whole bunch of Christmas songs. They're really funny.
You know how out of touch I am.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
Z's,
only
pop culture is
15,
little-
20 years old.
My-
But,
Right.
Still. Those are my blackout years, if you recall. You know? I know I say that every day, but it's true. Like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
don't. I have a very, very bad memory, and it's probably because of all the buildup of resin in my brain. So,
What's
See,
the?
I disagree with that because I have a really good memory and I got a lot of resin in my brain.
that's true, you do.
I think I kill the bad brain cells so the good ones grow.
What's
Like
the worst?
deforestation.
The worst drug you guys ever done?
Worst drug we ever done?
Yeah, pills,
like-
smoking,
I would do that.
whatever.
Like worse as in like we didn't like it or worse as in
like
like,
it fucked you up.
oh.
Oh, like it fucked you up. Well, I once took a bunch of acid and then a bunch of ecstasy on top of it.
Oh
so
my god!
candy flipping, trolling.
Jeez,
They
dude.
called it, yeah, the millennial.
What was that
the millennial,
like?
the millennia.
So you were fucking a
It
glass
was,
of orange juice.
You
and-
know,
What was that like?
It was New Year's.
Oh my!
We were on an Indian reservation at a fish show in Florida.
Oh
It was
Jesus!
crazy.
What was the trip like?
I don't remember. I'm sure I'll get a flashback one day, but I do remember bits and pieces of that night. And then I know I lost all my friends, and I was by myself, and it was like 6 a.m. And
Damn.
I'm like walking around so spaced out, not knowing where the hell I am. And then I just look over to the left, and there's my one buddy giving my other buddy a piggyback ride that I was with. I'm like, oh my god, I've been looking for you guys for like 3 hours. And there's like 150,000 people here, and I can't believe I
Damn, dude,
found you.
that's
But they were giving each other piggyback rides, which I thought that was pretty weird. But
That's awesome.
I'd have to say probably one of mine would be I don't want to say worst, but like I took some sugar cubes.
okay.
You know, a few hits of acid on it.
it's liquid acid, in case you didn't know.
I
what that
didn't.
is.
I thought it was
No.
a sugar cube.
What they do is it's a sugar cube, and what they do is they douse a little drop out of like an eyedropper of liquid acid.
Okay. Damn.
And
Pledges, he doesn't know any of this stuff.
I
Oh,
don't.
see, I
man.
don't know
Yeah,
how
I'm very
versed you were.
out.
and then we smoked I think collectively about 9 blunts and
Damn.
quite a few cases of beer. So I was feeling pretty good, and I kind of like blacked out
Yeah.
and then like started to throw up.
Oh damn.
Well, at first I went into like some of the weird convulsions, right? And it was like me and my boy Len and like a whole bunch of people I didn't even know I invited to my camp. It was like a girl I worked with and some of her friends, and then her boyfriend and his friends.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't know him at the time. Now it's weird because like I'm friends with a lot of those guys now too. But I started like twitching, and they're like, I wake up and they're like looking at me going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, dude? Don't ever fucking do that again." And I went out again.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And I started to throw up, and my buddy Len came over and pushed my head forward so I would throw up on the ground. I get up there, and everyone's just like, freaked out and they're just staring at me like, dude, that's so fucked up. And they're all tripping too. So now you see somebody do this as you're tripping on acid. Damn. And, so I was like, what the hell is that all about? So I started drinking again. I was fine after that. I was good. I was like, all right, I'm good. Let's
right back in the game, coach.
drink and smoke. Let's go. Yeah. What else are you going to do? All right, well, that happened.
He only bruised his arm. Getting it back in there.
And then there was a time I got got acid put in my drink at a bar.
No.
It was a Thursday night, and it was like $3 pitcher night at the Rascals over there. And
Damn. Rascals.
remember Rascals? And this guy, I'm eating these chicken wings and drinking this beer. I'm like, wow, that tastes like minty for some reason. And the girl I was with, it was like one of her friends, and she's like, he just poured acid. He had liquid acid in a Breathausher bottle. And started squirting it all in our beer, all in our chicken wings.
What a dick move.
Just completely lost his shit. And then he starts running through the bar and putting it in everybody's drinks.
Oh, come on.
And there's one guy, he was
That's
so
not cool.
hammered, couldn't even stand up. He's holding his
He'd
drink.
get locked up for years for that.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, luckily, I've tripped before, so I knew what to expect, and I knew it was going to happen. This poor son of a bitch that was just sitting there, barely could stand, and all of a sudden he gets acid, and all of a sudden, like, boom, you're up again. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be
crazy.
not feeling so drunk.
That's
He's in for a world of hurt.
That's awful.
And I had
That
to give
is awful.
I had
What
to
a
go.
dick move.
I had to go to a meeting at 9 o'clock that morning. I had a sales meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was thinking about going. I stayed up all night long. I was going to go, and I called our girl Dina and a few others that I worked with, and they're like, "Dude, chicken, whatever you do not come in." Oh, I could do this. No, do not come in.
That's awesome.
Like, should I tell him the truth? No.
You did, though.
I ended up telling him.
Did you really?
Yeah, my boss.
What did he say?
Well, I lied at first. I said I ate something bad, whatever, because I just didn't think, I went out for 2 beers and now I'm tripping my balls off.
Right.
I didn't think that would go over too well. And then a few months later, him and I were at lunch and we were talking. I'm like, remember that day I called in? Which I never called in, you know? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I told him what happened. He's like, holy shit. I'm like, would you have believed me if I told the truth? He goes, no. Because you're lucky you didn't tell the truth.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, it was really fucked up.
That is fucked up.
You kept your job, though?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
For a little while.
For a little while.
Yeah,
Then I left him for Sprint.
there you go.
It's a lot easier to ask me what drugs I haven't done.
What haven't you done there, Z?
I've never done heroin. I never will.
No.
Yeah.
I've never smoked crack.
Okay.
No.
And I've never done PCP.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's everything else.
I haven't done
God
any of
bless you.
those. I haven't done coke. No heroin, no meth. None of that shit.
I've done
None of the
pot,
hard
that's
shit.
about
Just
it.
like more of the party stuff.
Yeah.
Ecstasy, acid,
I've never done any of that. Pot.
pot. Yeah.
That's not a drug.
No,
No.
I don't even consider pot a drug. But
Yeah.
yeah. Other than that, no, I don't do the hard shit.
No.
I'm afraid I'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've always been scared of heroin because I've seen so many people go from it. It's like I have no
Sure.
interest in even looking at that. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah,
And I've seen
yeah.
people ruin their lives with coke too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Coke is the worst drug. To be honest with you, it's the worst.
I mean,
one
I
out
had
there.
family
Just
members
makes
go-
you want more.
Yeah.
Like what the? Where's the fun in that?
Here's
Yeah.
the thing,
Just-
like
you just kind of want more, and
And
then you
pi-
just drink more.
and
more.
pillheads
Yeah,
are just
yeah.
as bad. These pillheads are just as bad as
Oh, yeah.
crackheads and heroin addicts, whatever.
Sure,
They
sure.
get
Mhm.
real. They'll do dirty, grimy shit for it
Yeah,
too.
it's crazy. Fucking, I don't know if you guys watch Crash
It's
on
an
HBO, but Artie Lang was having pizza with Pete Holmes in an episode, and he told him how his girlfriend blew the dealer for an 8-ball, and he goes, "Don't worry, everybody cheats." He's like, my girlfriend blew a guy, and then Pete Holmes goes, "Really?" He goes, "Well, I initiated it because I wanted an 8-ball." He's like, "But yeah."
Well, it's like cokeheads and pillheads and all these guys, like when they want it, they'll call you up at 4 o'clock in the morning and think
Right.
nothing of it and be like, dude, you got anything? And like,
Right.
they're tweaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
When you're smoking weed, you're like, oh, I'm out of weed now. Time to go home.
Yeah.
Or you're like, I got no weed today. Well,
But
it's
weed's
like
not
I'm
a drug.
yeah, I'm getting shit done.
It's
You know
true
what I
as
mean?
hell.
Like,
Yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
have weed, you're getting shit done.
Right.
You're not freaking out. You're not going to rob somebody. You're not
Right.
calling somebody up constantly, dude, I need weed. Can you give me
Right.
weed?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're not calling at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's
You're
crazy.
just too fucking high. But it's like, you can wait a couple days. But these
Right.
pillheads and cokeheads and, these guys got to have it now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're sketchy as fuck.
Yes, they are, and you see it at the bar all the time too.
All the time.
Like in and out of the bathroom, and
Yeah, that's what I want to do. 6 dudes in a fucking stall. All
The worst. I had a pee at Saranac one time. There was 3 guys in there. I'm like, you guys, you gotta leave. I can't do
yeah.
I'm gonna piss on you.
You're like hovering over you. I'm like, you got to back up.
I remember a buddy of mine, we went over to his house, and there's about 15 people all doing blow, and they're all in one room, right? They're all doing it.
Jesus.
They're all doing it,
Yeah.
but they're all hiding in the one room in his house.
Okay.
And knock on the door, I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, yo, we're doing some blow. You want some? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. All right, we'll be out. And he just shuts the door, and I'm like, dude, I know what you're fucking doing. You just asked me if I wanted to do it. Everybody in the party's doing it.
When you're at a barbecue, they don't say, you want a burger? For no apparent reason.
And then go, you want a burger? And then, like, shut the door on you. Oh, well, we'll be right out. You know?
Yeah, it never happens.
That's how it is,
I mean,
man.
potheads will do that only because,
They're stupid.
well, no, because of the smoke.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because not everybody wants to be around the smoke.
Right.
But, like, if everybody in your house is doing it, why are you hiding?
Sure.
So I just never really found the reasoning behind
Yeah,
that. It was like almost like they're ashamed.
Right.
And then they're like, don't judge me. Dude, do whatever the fuck you want to do, man.
God bless you.
It's none of my business.
Me either.
I don't tell somebody, well, I'm going to go smoke weed. Don't judge me.
Unless it's ruining their lives. Unless you see a friend like snorting like a Scarface mountain of cocaine, be like, I'll just finish this in a minute. I'm like, oh no, you're gonna die.
Right, and can't afford his kids,
Right.
sneakers and shit like that. Like,
Yeah, then it becomes a problem.
Cocaine's a horrible drug. It's not even fun. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know too many people that actually do cocaine sober. You know, cocaine is that you're fucking drunk. It's like you did a bunch of whiskey and Jack Daniels and you're drinking all night, drinking a bunch of beers, and then all of a sudden, let's get a ball. And then all of a sudden, that's a great idea. You run out, you go get it, and then it's 5 a.m, and then it's all gone. You want to get more. And
That's terrible.
you just keep drinking and drink. It's not fun.
I was
It
hanging
really
out-
isn't any fun.
I was
I
hanging out with
can't
this-
stand it.
I was hanging out with this girl, and everybody at the party was doing coke. So I went smoking weed. So we stayed up all night long. They're doing blow. I'm smoking weed. Can you, when you're up all night smoking weed,
Dude.
versus those guys doing coke, you're on so different levels.
Yeah, for sure. Dude.
Yeah.
Like trying to talk to a guy on coke while you're fucking stoned is
Yeah.
like the worst thing ever.
And then when they're on blow, they constantly repeat themselves. Do you
Yes.
notice that? That's
Really?
a constant repeat. Like, okay, you're going to have Alzheimer's when you get older. You know that, right? Constantly repeat. But if I could do acid every day, I would.
Dude, acid is so much fun. I fucking love
What's
acid.
fun about it though? Is it like because wait, let me ask this: if you feel shitty, will you have a shitty trip?
Yeah, well, it all depends. There's a couple things that factor in that doing acid. Number one, you got to be around cool people that are going to have fun and accept the trip and go into it and stuff like that. Two, you got to go into it with the mentality of I'm doing the drugs. Don't let the drugs do you. Okay? So you got to constantly remind yourself, okay, I'm just tripping. I know I see this fucking alien coming out of nowhere right now, but I'm tripping. Okay? You got to kind of talk yourself down.
Sure.
It is. It's a lot of mental that goes on in it, but
Right.
you want to talk about laugh your ass off and have gut laughing
That's awesome.
just like keeled over.
Yeah, man.
Yay, Naegele. That's what it is, man. It's an unbelievable drug, and we've had so much fun on it.
I've had
in
all
the
the
past. I haven't done it in a while. It's been a
Sure.
bunch of years
Yeah,
now,
it's-
but
yeah.
back in the day, acid was the best.
That's awesome.
I haven't done it much, like probably about like a handful of times, but like
You're like, I walked into the right conversation.
I've done it a handful of times. I haven't done it in probably almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
But it by far probably my favorite drug I've ever done. Like ecstasy will take you to a certain point, and acid kind of like shoots you through the roof.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like where that levels out, like acid takes you and you peak out,
Yeah.
and you'll just sit there and be in totally amazed by the most simplest things. Like music videos were amazing when you're tripping.
Yeah, everything. You want that? Hang on one second. John
I
Naegele
just said,
joining
yeah,
us.
man. Like I knew I was
You want
talking.
to hit that one? Hi, buddy. What's up? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Well, they screwed up those microphones. Try that one.
Hello?
Yeah.
There you go.
They screwed up the lines. I'm going to get Ease Beats and Biz. Those bastards screw it up, man. Yeah, you walked in on the drug conversation.
Fantastic.
Don't do drugs, kids.
I've never tried them. Sound interesting, though.
You had a bunch of people checking in on the text line, and Raz says lies, Coke rules. And I'm like, Raz... No, they don't. But he says that's why he stopped, because he likes it too much.
See, that was my problem. I'm afraid I'd like it too much.
Longwood said that's exactly why he would buy Coke, is to sober up at the end of the night when he was driving home from the strip clubs.
Damn.
It is.
and-
Coke's just a horrible drug.
How else
It
are you going to
really
lure strippers back to your house?
Yeah, that's true.
is. And then there's 20.
Yeah, but they want the 20s for Coke.
Hilarious. Let's take a break, and we're going to come back. Nagel's in the house with us, and then later on, Mike DeVice is going to call in, and we're going to talk.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We're going to talk about his sports betting habit that he has. Well, we'll see what his picks are. It's coming up in just a little bit. So you hang. It's EC Radio.
Thank you for calling the EC Radio Attitude Adjustment Line. Press 1 if you need a good slap in the mouth. Press 2 if you need a stern verbal lashing. Press 3 if you need a timeout. Press 4 to respond to the voices in your head. Press 5 if you need to talk to your mom. And if this is an actual emergency, please hang up and call someone who gives a shit.
EC Radio.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? We're back. We're live on the D. We're also live on Raz Radio Live. I don't know which volume's which over here. Just fingering around over here. Also live on Twitch, YouTube, DisruptionNetworks.com. Download the app. It's available at the App Store for iPhone, Google Play for Android. All you funky people out there, do it. That's what's up. Zee and Chicken hanging.
What's up?
Yeah. John Naegele in the house with us
beer
right now.
guy.
The beer guy. The official beer guy. We got to give some love and respect out to our... Cheers, by the way. Thank you for bringing some beer for us. We got to give some love and respect out to our sponsors, the FX Matt Brewing Company, Saranac.com. For more information, if you want to see all the great products that they do. Naegele used to work over there.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but he actually changed that place around a lot. Well, when it comes to merchandise, you did, bro.
Once upon a time, yeah.
You did. You actually put a little nice little
Like
kick
those
in the
hats
butt.
that I had. I bought like 3 of them.
You did. And
What, the Fidel hats?
The UCN hat, the
Yeah,
black
the
ones.
army
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah. I bought one. Well, actually, I bought 2 of them. Like wore 'em out to shit, and I'm like, I need another one. Went out and bought a 3rd one.
I had to go to war to get that done.
It's such a great hat, man.
But you did, like the gas attendants, the gas attendant shirts, right? Didn't you come up with those?
Well,
The mechanic shirts are
just
mechanic
copying what
shirts?
everybody else was doing. You know?
Yeah, but
I
still-
tried to bring it into the 21st century.
They did, right.
Right,
And
and-
you did a good job doing it, though.
And historically, you see merchandise was like the old man beer stuff. You know what I mean? Like that younger kids weren't really wearing unless you're a hipster
Well,
and trying to be
I
ironic.
was going to say, well, there weren't hipsters then. So,
True.
I mean, now hipsters would love that shit, you know?
yeah.
But it was great because now you start seeing people wearing UC, merchandise and Saranac shirts, and I bought quite a few myself, and they're good quality stuff.
Yeah, the guys down there are killing it, actually. They moved the shop from the mall over to the New Hartford Shopping Center, too, if you're looking for Christmas gifts and whatnot.
Dude,
So-
I was at New Hartford Shopping Center last week. That place was jumping.
Yeah.
Jumping. And it's
Everybody
cool
getting
to
haircuts.
It's good to see everybody shopping local, though.
Yes.
Because that's essentially a local joint, a local shopping center for everybody. And so big ups to everybody down there that's out there doing their thing, in the New Hartford Shopping Center.
You got so many cool shops in there too.
Yeah.
For everything from like Forever Leather,
Can we talk about Charlie Seeley?
Yes,
What a national
course.
treasure he is.
Yeah, of course.
I love Charlie Seeley. So when I matriculated to Oneonta State University in 1997, there were only a few channels on television, and you still had to run up and change the knob and the dial and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But we got all the local Fox and NBC and CBS stations down in Oneonta from Utica and Syracuse. So after The Simpsons, everybody get all elevated and watch The Simpsons, and then immediately following The Simpsons would come on the Forever Leather commercial, and he'd say, "Come on down to the beautiful Riverside Mall or Sangertown Square in the beautiful city of New Hartford, and check out my deals at Forever Leather." And these kids are like, "Is this where you're from?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, that's exactly where I'm from." And they would start programming the VCRs, because that's how far back we go. They'd start programming it for an extra hour so they could catch the Forever Leather commercials and just pick on me.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
Did you watch the Tosh? Where he was
Yeah.
on Tosh.
Oh, absolutely. He
my
held his
God.
own too. He's
That
like,
was so funny.
It's like, I'm not even oblivious to the fact you're making fun of me. I
Right.
just don't give a
He
shit.
just went right into it. Yeah.
That was the beauty of it. That was great.
That was so
That was
funny.
a great piece. Great piece.
I
He's
laughed my ass off in that piece.
He's a national treasure.
He is.
20 bones.
20 bones. And he did get brought up. Some people actually brought peppers to him and were like, "Here's 20 peppers. I want my hat." That's happened before. So that's why if you notice on his infomercials now, he doesn't really say, he
No,
says
can't take no
bucks
fish
or whatever.
yeah,
No
exactly.
fish. He doesn't take bananas or peppers anymore.
The best one was, and this is going again back to 1997, so long time ago. He's like, the one that they taped and showed me all the time. They're like, "So, what's this all about?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got these pen knives," and I'm like, "I don't think those are legal." And he's like, "So, you're walking through the parking lot, and one of these guys comes up to you, and they're like, 'Hey, how you doing? What's going on?' And you pull out your pen knife, and you're like, 'Hey, back off!' I'm like, that doesn't really happen in Utica every day. I promise you that. Like, we're only an hour away. You should come up and try it out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Beautiful
Thank
city of
you very
Utica.
much.
Thank you very much.
Downtown.
Hilarious. And wasn't his daughter on like one of those rock? I dated a rock celebrity or something like that, or one of those
I couldn't
reality
tell
shows.
you which one, but yeah.
Yeah,
I know one of his sons was in Herkimer College, and I think somebody was making fun of him, one of the teachers or somebody, and his kid was in the class, and heard him making fun of his old man. You know?
Oh wow.
They came down and no more class. Everybody gets an A.
He was almost my landlord.
Oh, yeah?
Charlie said when my store
You lived at the Riverside Mall?
yeah. When my store caught on fire out in Herkimer, he owned a building right across the street, and he wanted me to move in there, but I didn't get any of the insurance money back in time to actually rebuild. So yeah, I probably would have. Charlie C would have been my landlord.
Yep. Well, I mean, you can't fault a guy for having a business that's going on for almost 35 years.
Right, and everybody knows
Has
him.
it been that
yeah.
long? I was thinking longer than that, but yeah.
I don't know where he
Legendary.
started, but I mean, he had a place in Riverside, he had a place in Sangertown,
Yep.
and then he moved over to the bigger spot. He took over Herb Phillipson's at one point. Good guy, good local guy.
You need leather stuff. You know exactly. He's the first person you think of.
Yep.
That's the only one I know of right now in the area that's selling leather goods. You know.
Yeah.
I just got a text. Stop talking about Charlie Seal.
He owes his money now.
Todd Williams is checking in, and he says he's so wound up about this whole net neutrality thing that he forgot it's Star Wars Day today. Today's the opening of Star Wars tonight, and then on.
Which one is this? Star Wars 17
This
and a
is
half?
the
or what?
the Last Jedi. Actually,
All right.
this
So
should be
did
the.
this one come before 3.5 or
No, this
All right.
this one technically would be number 8.
Ah.
This would be number 8.
So where does 8 fall?
After
7?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a stupid question. All right.
It's 2 after 6.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Chicken, you know what I just realized too? This completes our Keeler circle.
Oh.
Yeah, well, like yesterday we had Piersma on. We've had Bill on, of course. We've had Joe Load on. Now we have Naegele on.
And me.
The only one we're missing is Mineski there. Jeff Mineski.
Did you get never mind.
What about Justin?
Yeah, Justin.
Cortez? Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Cortez on, but he's in Albany now, isn't he?
Oh, I
think
have no
he's-
idea.
Yeah, he's living out in Albany.
Scott Carr. Linda Murphy. Let's get Linda in here.
Yeah, we get Brad Davies actually.
Oh, shit.
Brad's my mentor actually.
What was his call screener's name back when he was on the drive?
Who's that?
Keelers.
The
old Italian lady who you just
Angie.
used to,
Angie, yes,
you got to get
Angie.
Angie on here. I'll come on if you get Angie.
I
on here.
love Angie.
So do
actually.
I. She used to. I've been on the radio with Keeler for 10 years, and I cuss like a sailor. I use the F word like a comma in everyday life, and I've never got one of my segments dumped for 7 seconds ever. And Angie used to get everything dumped from the booth. I'm like, I love this woman.
Yeah, she's great.
See,
man.
that's why I loved Linda. She was like a big sister to me, man. She would like protect me from Keeler, but like she was also like, you know, she
was tough.
Yeah, she was a tough cookie,
Yeah.
man. She could hold her own, but she was funny too. So I would love to like get Linda in here, or who else are we missing? Oh, Freddie.
Let's get his wife too. We'll get Allie in here too.
Allie.
That'd be fun. That's how
Freddie.
they first met. You know, Freddie. That's another one. He had a lot of cast.
I just don't want
characters.
Stefan in here.
Hula hoop?
Yeah, right.
Stefan's kind of predisposed right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's
shaking a ketchup bottle in public places or something.
He's on vacation.
vacation
No.
until 2019.
Our boy Tommy Borgia down in Atlanta is checking in. He says Mega is the only replacement for other leather commercials. I don't know. I don't know about all that.
I like to see Mega on a Feather Leather commercial.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's been on one, hasn't he?
I have no idea.
We got to make this
He
happen.
may have. I know they know each other. I know he is friends with Charlie Seeley. So I don't know. Who knows?
That would be an interesting conversation.
ADD at its finest,
Who's
right
who's
there.
more out of a cannon than?
Now that we're talking about it, he's gonna end up showing
Oh,
up.
I know. He's like Beetlejuice.
Who,
Right?
Mega?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, he is like Beetlejuice. It happens a lot around here, Naegele. We'll talk about somebody and they'll just appear.
Nice.
You know, remember I was telling a story about how I went to school with two girls named, one girl was Mandy Hand, the other one was Jessica Dick. And we used to say Mandy's hands and Jessica's dick. Well, yeah, we grew up and they were best friends in high school. It was like in the yearbook as best friends. And we just took the, like, just talked about this last week. And wouldn't you know it, like last night I went on Facebook and there's a picture of the two of them together. And I told them the story. How I
After
mentioned-
30 years.
and I'm like, you know what? This makes everything right.
Wrinkled
You two-
hands and saggy dick?
I go, because, you know, I was talking to Mandy Hand. I go, without you, she's just a dick.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Ring the bell. You know, we got yelled at for the bell yesterday, actually.
By who?
Well, we had a resident on.
Kinky Katie.
Can you call her a resident of the Disruption Networks?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
We broadcast.
She's
her
our
show.
Saturday night girl, and she's porn star, I guess. You
Yeah.
know, adult entertainer, not really a porn star. I see a porn star should be making millions.
Yeah.
But she's an adult entertainer, and she yelled at us.
does-
We had her on the show yesterday, and she yelled at us for using the bell.
She does make good money shots.
My God. Actually, I had to go home and watch her videos.
Did you?
Like last night when I got home from work. I had to. There's a video of her dressed up as a nun, and she's masturbating with a crucifix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah. Jagged. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where she's kidnapped.
That was one of my favorites, that one.
That one was a little disturbing. I watched that.
I think that's why I liked it. It was disturbing. Because, like, all of a sudden she wakes up and her legs are tied up behind her back, and then she's getting, like, face fucked and everything. And you're like, holy shit. And then she gets put through a wood chipper.
Oh, that's at the end. But Chicken has never seen the end.
No, okay, I couldn't get to that far. After the money shot, I was done.
Well, yeah, she yelled.
And
at
she
us.
even gives a tutorial. She has a tutorial on how to give a good blowjob.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Did you take notes or
No,
not?
it sucked.
You've been waiting to use that one, haven't you? That one was in your back pocket.
But
Hilarious,
they're definitely interesting videos, and kudos to her. And she was great yesterday.
She was. It was a fun interview.
And we're gonna have her back. She wants to come back and talk some more shit. Maybe we should get her back on a Titty Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But for now, John Naegele's here.
Oh boy.
Completing the Keeler circuit. I like it. Man. Well, you're on Keeler when? Every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
So
Yep.
you were there this morning?
Absolutely. Just before, just after some people that probably shouldn't be named on this, just before our county executive. I always feel like, I've been doing it for about 10 years, and you know what I was like 10 years ago. So it's like kind of ingratiated myself into this sort of, what's sort of I'm looking for. I guess people take what I say with a little bit of gravity now. And it's like, hey, Senator Joe Griffo, you're here next to Naegele. Great. I'm sure they feel great, and I'd pop a beer.
I was just going to say, here, Griffo, have a beer.
Exactly, and I do, and they do. And it's
At
the
7 in the morning, they're drinking beers. I love it.
8:30 in the morning, But
We've
it's
done a lot
funny.
of that over the years.
But it's the greatest platform. I mean, Bill Keeler's nothing but a homer for this area.
Absolutely.
And
he
he'll-
is a local icon.
absolutely.
And he'll take on anybody who wants to say anything, be it negative or positive, and he'll give you a platform. And he's been gracious enough to let me on over the course of many stations and many platforms and stuff like that. And I'm really appreciative of that, But sometimes it's always funny, especially the Christmas show, like the Christmas show that comes up the Friday before Christmas, or even on Christmas Eve. He'll have every local celebrity and icon and politician and stuff like that in there, and I'm normally in there mixing cocktails. Like, hey,
Going back to the roots.
That's usually where you hear the best shit, though. Like they don't think that you're like gone.
Well, it's really funny because Buck will be on there too, Paul Buckley.
One of my favorites.
Absolutely. So it's normally me walking in and a bunch of kind of stiff people. And then I start making like Moscow Mules or Manhattans or whatever, and pouring them out. And it's like, would you like one? No, I couldn't possibly. Would you like one? No, I couldn't possibly. Paul Buckley. Hell yeah. And he normally gets the party started. And then
No doubt.
If you listen to WIBX on Sunday mornings, they have the Polish show. And there's a wonderful little old lady, and I can't remember her name, and I'm remiss for it, but she is so fantastic, and she never refuses a drink, and then comes back for 3 or 4 more because she's Polish. And then the party's on by 9 or 10 o'clock when he goes off the air. It's like, okay.
Plus, he has every local musician come down too.
Yep.
Which is cool. There's some great video that I saw last year of like Justin from Showtime was there and Big Sexy and everybody popped.
It was funny
in
when Justin was talking when he was in here. He was like, "Yeah, I went down to Keeler Christmas party and they had this girl and they dressed her up as she was naked and they dressed her up as a Christmas tree." I'm like, "Yeah, I dressed her up." Like that was me. I was like Santa Claus and I had a dress.
I did that.
I was like, "Oh shit, that sounds really familiar."
K-Rock days?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say
Back
that's
when
a
I was
little
on
before
Keeler
my time.
Yeah, back when I was it was Rock 107. But yeah, those days.
That's funny because I was talking to Keeler just the other day, the whole incident with my cousin and stuff. And and this is why I love the man so much, is he hit me up. He's like, listen, I'm doing my job here type of thing, and I hope you don't get mad at me type of thing. And I'm like, just the fact that you reached out to me and said that, I thank you. I thought that was really,
And it's really cool
of him.
because so many people in the media around here are
Right.
so fickle. that like you do a little thing and they're butthurt about it.
Right, exactly. And I was like, honestly, Bill, I think the only way I can ever get mad at you, because I know you're doing your job, and I know that's what you do. I've been with you for years. I've known you forever. I know that's what you're doing. But so the only way I can actually get pissed off at you is if you like killed my mom or something, And he thought that was funny. So much love and respect out to Keeler. I love that man.
I don't think we'd be here without him.
Me and you for sure.
Right.
And
this area, like what he did to this area, just breaking down the barriers. Yeah, I mean, the guy got fired for saying the word condom.
He got fired for a lot of things.
You got fired for a lot of things, but like one of them was saying the word condom on air, and people got he got fired for that. You got condom commercials on TV all the time now, and then like a few years later, now you got naked girls being.
I was about to say what rivals pornography here is an ice cream commercial in Europe. So, we're a little uptight still. We still have those Puritan values. But remember why they kicked out the people who founded this country.
Right.
They were a little eccentric.
What I thought was funny is he got fired for the word condom, and then we were in a St. Patty's Day parade, and we had a porn star come in, and she was up on the car waving everybody like she's a snow queen. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, look at her!" I'm like, "She's a porn star, people." Next thing you know, the mayor at the time gets up on the car and he's hanging out with her, and can you imagine that in New York City, the mayor of New York City on a car with a porn star, like all over TV, and like in Utica, it's like, "Oh, we want to get your autograph."
De Blasio hanging out with like Bonnie Rotten.
I actually have that magazine with the girl that we had on the car.
Oh yeah,
she's in there, and then mentioned the Keeler show. Yeah.
Right. And there's anything you try to do, Keeler's already done it.
Yeah.
He really has done it all when it comes to radio and any kind of sort of entertainment. When he had the television show and he mixes the both of them now too with his.
He had the comedy club for a while.
Yep,
have another one.
Yeah.
Actually, grab me one too.
Here we go. We're gonna get loose. It's Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, that's a good excuse.
Hey Naegele, what's the hottest craft beer out there right now? I feel like craft beer is so huge right now.
It's funny. It all depends on what you're into. So, I mean, there's so many different tiers to craft beer. There's what you can buy in a grocery store. There's what you can buy at your better beer stores. There's what you can buy at the bar. There's what you can buy on the farm around the corner from your house now, and all this.
True.
So. It all depends on what style you're looking for. So IPAs are still hot. There's IPAs. IPAs came from England, moved to the United States. Were developed on the East Coast by East Coast breweries. They went out west where the hops were growing. They started throwing a megaton of hops in them. So you get these West Coast IPAs that are more popular than the East Coast. And now the East Coast has taken it back. They've developed this unfiltered, really like juice bomb style of IPA, and they call it a New England IPA. And it started in Vermont with Hetty Topper and Hill Farmstead and Lawson's and all these other breweries. And it's slowly coming down through New England to New York, and it's taking the spotlight away from West Coast IPAs. But IPAs are basically about 45% of the craft brewing industry. As far as what people are buying, but
I feel like there's so many IPAs out there right now.
Oh, and it is. I mean,
crazy.
it gets to be monotonous,
Yeah.
But it's kind of like baseball cards, like you want to be. If you want to be a baseball card collector, you could just go out and buy the Topps baseball card set. Like I just brought in a 24-pack of UC, so I have 24 beers, But if you want to get crazy, you can keep going after that one special goddamn card that's in all these things, and you can line up 5 hours in advance and stand in line and all this stuff, and then you can tell all your friends that you got it, but they can't have it, or maybe they can have one, So we're going through this sort of transition in brewing where scarcity drives demand and everybody's looking for the next new thing. And I guess it's kind of like music, people take their preferences in music very personally, like it reflects their personality and their sort of ethos, like, you can't just say I like everything. You might as well just say I'm a basic bitch. But you really can like everything and just have some, general preferences in certain areas. But I guess in craft brewing now, we're getting to the point where people are like chasing trucks to certain stores to pick up this stuff. And it's like,
really?
Well, what the hell are you going to do with it? Are you going to drink a case of double IPA? 8%, 9%, 16-ounce cans that you just paid $85 to $125 for a case of it? Are you going to drink all that?
Wow.
Within like a month?
But then you
Well,
paid,
good for you.
You
Yeah,
paid
but-
all that money. Don't you want to like hold on to it though too?
Well, no, but you can't hold on to it because they're
Right, go back.
IPAs. So it's like, oh crap. Now you got to either disseminate them and all this stuff. So people are like
Disseminate 'em?
stockpiling it and trailing. No, not disseminate. Just
No, I thought you said inseminate.
no.
Like, you must
Jesus.
really love that beer.
I'm definitely gonna need another one. Of
If
these.
you could tell, Chicken needs to get some ass. It's been a while for the guy.
That's what he said was inseminate.
But,
I'm like,
so
whoa.
but again, it's
Come
kind of
again?
like, I don't know. Back in the day when music came out, people would go to the record store and make sure they were there on a Tuesday because music always got released on a Tuesday.
Right.
And they would get the CD before anybody else, and they'd listen to it, and they'd tell you exactly how awesome it was. And that's kind of where beer's at now, because music you can get free and anywhere, and leaked before it's even supposed to be out. Beer you can't do that unless you work at a brewery, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of like this sort of. It's just really weird, the competition that goes on and what's cool and what's valued and what people are doing with it. It's like, man, I would never go buy 2 cases if I could only drink 1 case just so I could get on the internet and mail it across country just to get some shit back so that I can trade it with my friends. Like, I've got better hobbies than alcoholism. Although alcoholism is a tenet of my of my existence. It's really not my hobby. So
It's your job.
yeah, well, that's true. And I guess I don't have the perspective of somebody from the outside, so I don't get to see all, somebody from the outside doesn't get to see all the mechanization of the entire industry the way that I do. But still, it's just one of those things where I hope that we're not driving out people who want to get into craft beer and want to try new things by telling them that everything that they try sucks. And then everything that we have that they can't get is the fucking cat's ass, So
That sounds like a beer name, Cat's Ass.
I'm sure it's already done.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's another thing. You can't trademark any beer names anymore because they're all gone.
I want to play another game called
Shake 3 dice with random words on it and call it
Hipster
a
Beer in Metal Band.
Hipster
Yes,
beer metal
I
band.
like that.
Because man, there's some out there like witches,
Witch's tit. It's colder than the
yeah,
witch's
witch's
tit out there.
Yeah. They had that bitches brew and like they have like so many devils, whatever, and it's like
So going back to when Keeler got fired for saying condom on the air, the TTB is the Label License Registration of the United States. So they govern what you can put on a beer label. So back in the, I don't know, like 1990s, early 2000s, before the world all went to hell and we're all just like flying around in this big whirlpool.
Since before we became China.
I don't know. I don't know when it all went to hell, but we just gave up. Somebody gave up on the grasp of everything. But, they said you couldn't put Santa Claus on a beer because it was, like, appealing to children. They told Bartles and James that they couldn't put fruit flavor in a wine cooler because it would appeal to children. And now it's like, Jesus Christ, we can call anything anything.
Right.
now you got candy flavored vodka.
Right.
You
And
know?
you can call it bitch's ass or whatever you want, you know?
And the other thing, too, is every band that's out there has their own beer now.
Right.
There's so many bands out there.
Well, because they're not making any money on music, so you got to tie into something that people still buy. Again, this is physical. This is a tactile and taste sensation. You can touch it, feel it, taste it, look at it.
even get a deposit for it.
Exactly. Yeah. I used to throw my scratch CDs out the window.
Right.
What do you like with beer? Like I always felt like darker beer in the wintertime, like and lighter beers in the summertime. Is that? I
Sure.
just always something that always like seemed to like.
Well, your tastes are gonna change, and everybody's tastes are different. So
So what's the best Christmas time beer? Like, what would you promote as like a Christmas time beer?
I would promote Utica Club, and if you could grab me one, because it comes in a square box. It's already wrapped. It's very beautiful. It matches the tinsel on the tree. But no, there's plenty of them. You're gonna find, Saranac puts out the 12 beers of Christmas, which is great.
Oh.
Is that my
Well,
mom?
no. We got a call coming in. Let's see.
It's my wife. Please go home.
More penis pills for Z.
Hi, you've reached EC Radio. Who's this?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Who's this?
This is fucking Sal Sardini.
Sardini!
I called you a few weeks ago. Get out, talk to that voice fucking guy. Hopefully he's on the show today.
He's supposed to call in. We were just talking about you. You must have been. Thanks for listening, first of all. And we were just talking about you, wondering if you were going to call in. You went 1-0 on your pick that day.
Sardini only calls in when he has 100% guaranteed loss. See? Okay?
Sardini sounds like Tony Clifton.
I don't know the Tony Clifton guys. Okay?
You don't know the Tony Clifton guy?
I'm here with my.
Check in the bottom
No,
of the
I
cave.
never heard of this guy. Who
You must be calling on T-Mobile.
does he got picked too?
Tony, I don't know if he's got picks. I don't even know if he's still alive anymore. But, we are waiting on the call from Mike the Vice. He has been absent the last couple of weeks, so hopefully he's got a good enough excuse for us. I know you had some issues with him, right?
Let's call him, Z. Let's get him on the radio here. All right? Have Chicken Little do it.
Oh, no, now you too?
Oh.
Little, that was your. Okay?
Can you say that again?
What do we?
Tap it out.
Can you guys want me to call you back on the real phone? This is my mafia phone.
It's your burner?
Yeah, sure. If you could get a better connection, that would be great.
All right, I'm gonna call you. Right.
He's breaking up.
Oh, he's been broken up.
Wait, I'm gonna hang up on him. Actually, Sardini called in a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And he was bitching about Mike the Vice's picks, because the Vice is gone. Actually, he's only down like 2 boxes of ZD right now, 2 or 3. But he was bitching about his picks, saying his picks he was calling him Mike the Hack. Actually, is what he was calling him. And he was like, I'll give you my picks. I'll tell you what my picks are. And he gave us Michigan State a couple weeks ago in basketball. He was picking. There he is again. All right.
Boy.
All right. Hey, Sardini, is this you, buddy?
Sardini is back, bitches.
How you doing, Sardini?
Here. Sardini's been having a great time lately, Z. Let me tell you. Great fucking times.
Thank you, buddy. I
What
appreciate
have you guys been doing? You guys been eating pasta fucking fajoule over there?
No, actually, today we're drinking Utica Club.
Same thing.
It
Little
just so
cheaper.
happens I'm drinking one of those dog shit Utica Clubs, too.
Hey, easy.
Hey, now.
What are you, a Coors Light guy?
No, he's Peroni.
Where's Light? I'm more of a Peroni. That's right. Who said that? Chicken? Was that you?
No. I know I sound like chicken. I'm a little beefier.
What's this chicken guy all about? Is he a big guy, a little guy? What's his deal?
Well, he's
I don't know no chicken. You know chicken?
Chicken?
chicken. He's a good sized guy. He can stomp some heads. That's for sure if he needed to.
I'm a future former fat guy.
Ooh, like
Let,
that.
let me tell you about chicken then. Chicken's like that winter chicken dinner. He's had too many of those, eh?
Oh, Sardini, this is great that you called because we were talking about you a little bit earlier, and you did call in. Do you have any picks for us this week?
Sardini's got another winter chicken dinner for you, Z.
What do you-
Winter chicken dinner.
Give me that.
Should I get?
We're gonna go with another one for tonight in the NCAA basketball. Let me know when you guys are ready for the winning pick.
All right, wait, hang on. We're getting our paper together. We got to write these down. This is Sardini's pick. Are you just giving us one like you did last time?
Sardini's gonna give you a few more because I got my fucking George Boeheim nose picker motherfucker playing Saturday. So we gotta pick two.
Syracuse versus St. Bonaventure? All right.
George Boeheim?
No, Georgetown.
Georgetown.
Those Georgetown, those Hoyas.
Oh, that's right. That's
Your
happening.
mother's
You
a
might.
Hoya.
I was just about to say that. Damn it.
Got the Hoyas.
All right. So
John Thompson.
yeah.
Hey.
Isn't
What
that
a
a
fucking
nickname for
asshole.
a penis?
A Hoya?
John Thompson.
Oh,
Isn't that what they say in England?
we used to call it that.
John Thompson is your penis. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you got for us, Sardini? What do you got for picks for us?
Okay, this one's just a crapshoot because I'm a gambler and I like playing the craps. So tonight we're gonna go with Valparaiso, okay, against the Northwestern whatever the fuck they're called.
Okay.
Versus North, whatever the fuck they're called.
Do you have a spread on that by any chance?
Not enough.
I'm seeing around 11 points, and we're gonna take the points with the upset. We're gonna have an upset tonight.
All right, I like it. I like a good upset.
So who are we picking?
So
Valparaiso.
If I was you, I'd probably bet a couple ripples. or Bitcoins on this one. This one's going to be a game changer.
All right. I put all my money in the Ripple today. So, all right, let's do it, baby. Let's go.
That's a good thing. That Ripple, it keeps going up here.
That's it.
Any listeners, why don't you guys start buying more coins? Price goes up, sell Sardini makes money.
All right, Sardini.
Ripple, isn't it what Fred Sanford used to drink?
It's a Grateful Dead song.
Oh, that's yeah.
See,
All right.
can we get this we got to get this fucking vice guy on the phone, man. I got some bones to pick with this guy,
I'm
It's
actually.
holiday time. I've been waiting for him to pick me a winner, I can't pick all the winners for the show.
No, I know, man. I know. I hear you. And Vice at one time wanted to be the only handicapper on the D, and actually he kind of lost his position without, being last couple of weeks. He hasn't showed up. Yeah, he was absent last couple of weeks. So
Maybe he's got to hear from you, Z. Why don't you give him a call while we're on the phone here? We'll leave him a voicemail.
Well,
All
right. We could do that. I could do that. Let me see. Let me punch him right up here. Hang on 1 second.
Let's try it out, Z.
You want to just give him a call, and you want to give him a piece of your mind, huh?
I kind of got to give this guy a piece of my mind. I want to see what he's up to,
All right, here we
Make sure
go.
we're on the same page here,
All right, here we go.
Hello? Hello? Vice? know who you are. You don't know who the hell I am.
He didn't answer yet, pal.
Please leave your message
Fucking
for...
vice guy. I need him like I need a shotgun blast in the face.
Leave a message for him.
Vice, this is Sal Sardini calling. I'm calling into the Zee Network show at the Disruption Network, drinking a beautiful Utica Club. And I'm waiting to get some of your picks here, asshole. Okay? I lost a lot of money on you, so I'm hoping we can turn these things around here. So, why don't you call into the show? Me and you, we have a little mano-a-mano chat.
All right.
We're going to wait for you to call.
All right.
We're going to sit here all night until you call us back.
I think you got the point across.
That's all I got to say.
All right.
I
Hung up.
got it across.
Yeah, you did. I hung up. No, he's texting me right now. He said he's going to call in 10 minutes.
He's calling back in 10 minutes, this guy. Are we sure?
Well, I don't know.
I'm a busy fucking guy. I got to do a couple hits for my fucking Gambino family. Okay? I don't have time to be waiting around for this fucking guy.
I want to hear you say, "Fuck my mother, you motherfucker."
Fuck my mother, you motherfucker!
Yes, you do sound like Joe Pesci's character in The Raging Bull, actually. Do you fuck my wife?
Oh,
That onesie.
that was a
What's
casino.
all about?
You never seen that one? Come on, Raging Bull?
See, that was a line
I've
from
never
Casino.
seen no Raging Bull.
That's a classic, a movie classic. Make sure you watch that one. It's a good one. So you got any other picks for us, Sardini?
Fucking beautiful. Yeah, we got some picks here. We got some more picks. Let me know when you guys are ready here for the winners.
All right.
The winner. I give you the Valpo. So we got one. How many of you guys want me to give you? I give you 4. How about that?
4? Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever
Do
you
us.
got for us. All right.
We got Valparaiso.
on the Georgetown Hoyas game, Mayheims. But we're going to take the Qs, of course. We'll take them for, maybe pull like 15 or 20 ripples. See?
All right.
15 or 20 ripples.
15, 20 ripples. I like it.
Okay.
And where's Ripple floating at? Right around 95 cents right now?
I don't know where the ripple's at right now.
All right.
I would have to ask my brother Nick Sardini.
Nick.
He knows all about them.
All right. Okay, Nick.
Where's the ripple? Where's the ripple at? Stop smoking the ball and tell us where the ripple's at.
I can't wait to get him on the phone with the Vice.
They need to go at it. The Vice
Here,
just
too.
texted me too. So, all right. So you got Cuse. What do you know? What the spread is on the Cuse game on Saturday?
I'm not seeing a spread, Z. I don't think there is a spread yet that I know of.
So you're saying play the money line?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, if there's a money line, I'd be on the money line. I'm a big money line guy.
All right.
Let's go to the NFL. I got a couple pickers.
All right. We'll switch it up.
Okay, so I'll do a little NFL here. Let's see.
Does the
I was
acronym
gonna say, let's take
ADD
those
mean anything
Bills.
to you?
I'm sorry? Say that again, little fuck.
He wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. I says, does the acronym ADD mean anything to you?
That's what fucking ADD and me, Z. ADHD, AID, HID. I got it all, baby.
LMNOP.
AIDS.
ESPN. All right, so what else you got for us,
Big fan
Sardini?
of ES. You know, I like acronyms. NFL, big fan.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the winner chicken dinners for Chicken Little and the rest of you guys for the football weekend. Gotta go with the Bills. Those Dolphins are gonna be fucking sleeping with the fishes. They can't handle this fucking cold air up here. No fucking way.
No way. I agree.
Number 1 pick will be the Buffalo Bills.
You got a spread on that for us?
I mean, it's around 3, but, you know, Sardini, if there's a money line, I'm taking the money line.
All right, Sardini. All right, cool. All right, so we got
Okay,
Sardini.
the next one.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to take the Bills.
The
Go
Bills.
Bills. Go Bears.
The Bears.
Go Bears. The Bears, they're playing those Lions, Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that game. I don't like those kind of games.
It's a Saturday game, too.
Okay. Yeah, moving on to the next pick of the week.
The Lions blew up their stadium and moved on. The Bills might want to think about it.
All right, what else you got for
Pittsburgh
us?
Steelers are going to destroy the Pats. Tom Brady looked like a fucking asshole turned inside out last week.
Wow. All right. That's a bit. What's the line on that one? I imagine that's got to be pretty close.
I'm with you on that one, though.
Pats are favored. Take the money line with Pittsburgh. Gain a couple extra bucks.
Couple ripples.
A couple ripples, boxes of ziti. Porterhouse steaks. Steaks. You guys like steak on this show?
Yeah, we love steak. Yeah, of course we do.
I thought you guys only ate chicken.
Z likes a good tube steak once in a while.
Every now and then, I certainly do. Yes, I do. So you got
I
the.
had that tube steak. Is that how does those taste? The tube steak. I'm more of a fillet guy.
Here.
Tube steak with a little side of scrotum yogurt. It's all good.
It's a little salty.
It's a little chewier, though.
So honestly,
tube steak. I never heard of this before. I'm from, I'm not from your guys' area. Tube steak.
No.
Sounds like a sex joke.
It's kind of like a stroganoff.
Oh, beef stroganoff, my favorite. I love it.
oh my god. So you actually don't you think it's hard to bet against the Patriots after coming off a loss?
Nah, they're gonna fucking lose.
All right.
They're done.
Okay.
Steelers are on a roll, man.
Steelers at home. They're playing fucking beautiful ball. And Antonio Brown, he's a beautiful brown man. Love him.
Number 1 receiver in the league, and they got the number 1 rusher in the league.
Wow.
Yeah, and you got Big Ben. You know,
Yep.
not to be confused with Tiny Ben.
He'll rape the shit out of him.
I'm anticipating this call.
Harvey Weinstein, Tom Brady. How about that one, boys?
Oh my god. Hilarious. I'm anticipating the call on the Vice. I kind of want this to happen. I mean, I
think he's nervous.
I think you two need to go head to head. He might be nervous.
I think that guy's a little nervous. I think he might be. I don't even know. Where's that guy from? Is he from Pakistan? What is he? You know? Maybe he works for Hezbollah.
Yeah, that's some white privilege shit you're rattling off right there.
I've been to Africa many times. Many times my family been to Africa.
Oh,
We
here
love
we
it there.
go.
Beautiful, beautiful country.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Africa's a country.
Hey, I got to ask you, what does Sardini do on the weekends? What do you do to blow off steam?
I'll tell you what I do blow. It's not cock like Chicken Little over there.
I feel like you can get a lot of abuse today.
Yeah, I'm getting abused left and right.
More abuse is on the way.
Not just the name Chicken. You know, maybe you gotta change your name to like Lobster or something. You know, something tasty. You know,
Yeah, but everyone likes
nobody
chicken.
likes chicken.
I love chicken.
I don't like chicken. I'm not a chicken guy.
No?
It's a little fucking bird, fucking seeds. I don't know.
You're supposed to
I'm not a
cook
fan
it first.
of chickens. You know, I like to eat a nice porterhouse steak, little ribeye. You know, pasta carbonara. I eat my Italian on Sunday.
Pheasant.
I eat my salad after my pasta, of course.
You put the gravy
Real
on it.
Italian style.
Yeah. Is it gravy or sauce to you?
Hey, sauce. I don't know this
all right,
gravy
I love
came
this
up with
guy.
this fucking gravy shit.
What? Where did that
No
shit
gravy.
start?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm Irish. I don't have a voice in this anyway, but Jesus Christ. Gravy?
I think it's a Philadelphia thing.
It's a Philly thing?
Philly, New
I will
Jersey
tell you
thing.
about gravy, though. When it Thanksgiving last weekend, I had a plate of turkey, little piece, and I had a plate of gravy. I'm a big fan of real gravy.
Gotcha.
Like meat gravy.
And
Now
the
we gotta
turkey
now
neck-
we gotta quantify gravy, real gravy or Italian fake gravy? It's
Well,
sauce.
I'm
It's freaking-
Yeah,
insulted.
Italian
We shouldn't gravy
fan of real
gentrify.
gravy.
Yeah, no, we're gonna gentrify.
Sometimes I drink gravy. If I'm running low and the missus hasn't been to the store,
Yeah, sop it up with the bread.
Vice, if you're listening, please call in right now. If you are listening, please call in. He said he'd call in a few
I'd feel like
minutes,
I'm at Christmas dinner at Pledgy's house.
Oh my god. That's funny. So let's go over your picks one more time. You got Valpo, you picked Syracuse, and in the NFL you picked Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. What is your 5-star
oh,
lock?
bells.
Out of those 4 picks, what is your 5-star lock?
My 5-star lock is whatever the fuck Nessie does not pick.
You mean the Vice?
He knows him by his government name.
Uh-oh.
Oh, snap. Somebody was on Google.
Uh-oh. This what happened? This could sway many different ways, you know that, right? This could sway many
Right.
different ways.
Vice, that's what I said, Vice.
Yeah, the Vice. The Vice. It'd be interesting. Come on, Vice, hurry up and call me. This has been interesting. Well, Sardini, this has been good, man. Please check in more. What do you think? You want to make this a weekly thing? You could check in. We can compare your picks against the Vice's picks.
I think sooner or later, me and the Vice, we got to have a combo. I've been trying to take him to the strip club. I heard you guys got a nice place out there, Peepers.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, it's a
That was
classy
called-
joint.
Hey, if you're into getting chlamydia, yeah, it's great.
I went to Peepers 1 or 2 times in my day. I got a couple blowies. Delicious blowies.
Were you giving or
Right after
receiving?
She blew me. She blew my buddy. It was amazing.
Nice. I'll take one of those. I need one of these beers after this call. Oh, man.
Familiar with the term bukkake on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very familiar with that term.
Isn't he the
You
Japanese
guys
pitcher?
ever seen this movie? I
No,
watched
he
it
blew
last
out
night.
his
It's called Why
UCL. He's got
Me?
to get Tommy John
Movie.
Bukkake now.
What's the name of the movie?
Why Me? Why Me is the name of the movie.
Okay. I never heard it, no.
It's got James Franco in it.
Okay.
You guys never seen this movie?
No.
I have not.
Oh, beautiful movie.
Okay.
You
well,
guys gotta check it out. You got computers there? Why don't you do some Google search? Why him? Why him? That's the movie. Why him?
Oh, why
Oh.
him? See? Yes, I have seen that with it's got Bryan Cranston in it too, right?
I did see that movie. That was pretty funny. The guy from Key
It's
and
got
Peele was in
Franco
it.
and it's got this guy. He's from Utica. His name's Petty. Beautiful guy. Great guy. He's an extra in the fucking movie. This asshole never told us he was an extra.
Oh yeah?
He didn't want you grifting on him.
Who?
You guys know Teddy from Utica?
Oh yeah, that narrows it down. You mean
It's Cowboys, buddy.
Teddy, you said? Does he have a last name?
Yeah, Teddy's a bigger guy. Teddy's his name.
you mean stagehand Teddy?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I think he may be a stagehand. Yeah, stagehand Teddy. You know him, Z?
Yeah, I think I know him. Yeah, he's in that movie.
Okay, Z, I'm going to make you laugh right now. You ready?
Yeah, because he was late.
Check your cellular phone.
Yeah, okay. I'm checking. Nothing's happening. I'm actually waiting for Vice to call so you guys can have it out. It'd be like Celebrity Deathmatch or
Take
something.
a shit in the movie. Go ahead, Z. I hit pause on my TiVo last night.
Okay. I didn't get
Did you
it.
get my picture?
I did not. No.
Okay, keep checking. It's coming.
Okay. All right.
These fucking
I'm patiently waiting.
You should put this up on the TV screen, maybe, Z. You guys are now on the Facebook, I hear, and all that shit. What do you think?
Well, this
That's
is
Teddy if I've ever seen a Teddy.
that's definitely Teddy. Oh wow.
Teddy's got a fucking doppelganger. That's fucking Teddy lying to us. That fucking guy's got millions. He's lugging shit out of venues left and right.
That's it. That's definitely Teddy.
Poor Teddy.
Poor Teddy.
Or he could be that Frank guy from Mo, I hear. Kind of looks like that Frank guy from the band Mo. You familiar with them? M-O-E dot.
Never heard of him.
M-O-E dot. Yeah, I think I heard of them once or twice.
I don't know which one it is, Teddy. That's fucking Teddy. Fucking Teddy.
Is that like your father in the background or something?
That's my dad. That's the fucking main honcho.
Yeah.
That's Joey
That's
Echo.
fucking
Joey the Echo.
Nick Sardini.
Charlie Sadini?
Nick Sardini.
Nick Sardini? Nick Sr.? Wow. Well, hey, Sardini, well, this has been a great call, man. Thanks for giving us your picks. We're going to definitely monitor them this weekend. And then please give us a call next Thursday, and we'll see how you did.
I think Sardini needs a tagline. He's going to put his bookie into Nutcracker or something.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
If Sardini wins all 4 picks, Zee, you bought some of those ripples? I'm hoping Sardini's going to have a few of your ripples in my ripple account when I go 5 for 5.
I would love that. We'll put my ripples with your ripples, and we can all be rippled.
You guys are all
I got about 6 knee highs I could spare.
mixing ripples.
We're gonna tie our ripples together. Well, hey,
That sounds great.
Sardini, so give a listen, and when Vice calls in, maybe you should call back in. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll surprise him. We'll
Surprise
sneak
him a
attack
little bit.
Zee, why, if that guy's got the balls to call in, why don't you give me a text message? Maybe if I'm not doing anything, banging my wife or anything, I give a call in.
All right. Well, if you're banging your wife, I'd rather you see you bang your wife.
Oh, you want to put him on the video chat?
Well, I tell
We'll
you
put you on
what,
Skype.
I mean, Zee, she's blind and deaf, so I could be banging her and calling at the same time. She ain't gonna know the fucking difference.
Well, something's got to be wrong with her if she's banging you.
She can't say no.
Yes. Well, Sardini, thanks for this call, and keep in touch. We're gonna look at your picks and hopefully go Cuse, right?
Go Q's.
Stop,
Hey,
Bills.
I'm the nose picker. I'm making T-shirts. They'll be for sale. You can only buy them with Ripple though.
Oh, okay.
Black market.
Black Market Ripple. Would be a good name for a band. Black Market Ripple.
Bands don't make any money anymore.
No, they don't. Thanks so much, Sardini. Thanks for calling in. We'll see you next week. Hit us up.
Thank you, Paisans and the Irish guy.
Well, that's good though. We did mention his name, and he
Yeah.
checked in, so that's good. Well, hopefully we get
At least
hear from
we
Vice.
got him calling in.
right.
You know?
The other guy ain't calling in at all.
And I kind of, he's 1 for 1. I got to take his picks over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dolphins, Bills, that's a good pick. I mean, and I'm with Steelers on this.
Yeah.
Steelers, like I said, they got the number 1 rusher and number 1 receiver, and they've been rolling lately. And the Pats coming off a bad loss against the Dolphins. I think the Steelers got this.
Yeah.
I think they want it more.
They want it more.
Can we
For
talk
sure.
about how goddamn salty I am about Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Philly fan.
He's a
Dude.
Philly fan. Yeah.
Dude,
My lord.
that's a shame.
Yeah.
I
Talk
mean-
about, like, riding a skateboard into quicksand.
Yeah, but at least you got Nick Foles and Nick.
Yeah, Nick Foles isn't the worst quarterback.
He was supposed to be their
I know.
Messiah a
I
few
know.
years
Yeah,
ago.
He
They
did
were
good. Yeah, he had like
27
touchdowns to 3 interceptions in 2013. This is like almost 5 years later, and
But he played under Doug Peterson for many years over at Kansas City. He knows the system. That's why they brought him over to Philly, and that's why they deemed what's his name that went over to Minnesota.
which one of the shitty Philadelphia quarterbacks was that? Matt? No, Bradford.
Bradford.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sam
They-
Bradford.
They deemed Bradford as expendable.
Yep.
So because they got Foles, which is, I think they do all right. I mean, they got great weapons on that team, man.
Yeah,
they got
absolutely.
a stable of great running backs.
They're getting taken out like Scud missiles, one by one, by the Patriot missile system.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, we lost a tight end, cornerback.
I thought Ertz was playing though.
I don't know if he's back for this week, but
But you got
you
Blunt
can't say
and-
that Nick Foles is Carson Wentz.
Blunt will be smoking them. But
Hopefully.
they still got a great team around them, and but it's a shame, and it's a shame because like him, Deshaun Watson, those two are like two of the most exciting young quarterbacks and players all the way around. And both of them could have, like, Deshaun Watson could have been a Rookie of the Year. He was on his way, and maybe MVP. And Carson Wentz, I think, was MVP.
Would have been MVP.
Him or Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson's just doing shit all on his own.
True.
So yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame with all these injuries. I mean, you can have a Pro Bowl team with all these injuries right now.
See, it's kind of icy out. You want to talk about the Giants?
Honestly, I haven't even been paying attention.
All right.
I wouldn't either.
They
Well,
suck right now.
The Giants, you know what? They got rid of McAdoo, which is a great start, and got rid of Reese. I think
Getting rid of Reese is huge.
The thing with Eli, I think whoever's going to take over will keep Eli, and I think Eli will stay. And I also think, I mean, John Gruden's been in the talks.
Yeah.
But my bold prediction I made last week on the D-line was that the new GM for the New York Giants was going to be Phil Simms.
Wow.
Yep. Boomer Esiason has called him out a few times on Inside the NFL, and Simms did not put it to rest. He did not deny it.
He didn't deny it.
And they said, Phil Simms is, football intelligence is way up there. And if you bring Phil Simms in the New York Giants, that's a player that, to me, he's the best quarterback they have ever had.
Can we get him a 5-gallon bucket to kick around to stand on too, or no? Hey guys, hang on.
But you bring in Phil Simms, and John Gruden has made interest in being the Giants head coach.
Has he?
He talked about actually coming out of the booth and coaching for the Giants if they keep Eli there. That could be a match made in heaven, because now you got a football guy in Simms, you got the New York Giants guy in Simms, and that brings back a lot of fan base there. And then you got John Gruden, which will bring a ton of optimism. You know what I mean? So
When's the last time he's coached?
It's probably about 10 years. Yeah, Tampa Bay.
He has a Super Bowl.
He does.
Yeah.
Actually, he won his Super Bowl against the team that he built.
Yeah, right, against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, Gruden's a good coach. They got a great defense to build with. I don't know. I think that's a team you go with, Simms and Gruden.
I think he's an annoying announcer, though.
Yes, he is. And
It's just he's like the easiest guy to imitate, because you can just get his cadence and his tone and his inflection, and just I can't do it, but everybody can do it. John Gruden.
I feel like Tony Romo sounds like a less annoying John Gruden, and I'm not a Tony Romo fan at all.
Well,
but
no,
he has the same voice and everything. But Gruden, he gets a hard on for a player, and he just sits there and jerks off the entire game. Like Carson Wentz, he just jerks off about Carson Wentz all the time.
That doesn't bother me though.
Or Brady.
I'm gonna switch it up though. You're an SU ticket holder, right?
Yes.
What do you think of this year's team?
Oh man.
And we're talking SU basketball.
Yes.
Yep.
For people that don't know.
They're talented. They're fast. They can't shoot the three. That's going to be the biggest problem.
Yeah.
They're a tall team. They're a wide team. They're fast, but once you get against a team that can really run the floor and get back on defense and spread out, then they pass it out, and these guys are taking shots. I mean, they're giving them the 3-point line, and they're not making shots against, like cupcakes.
Yeah.
So against Kansas, it was like, don't even bother.
Right.
So if they mature and they can start shooting from outside, then Battle's great, but
he's pretty much carrying that team right now, isn't he?
he is,
In a way.
and the center, I can't remember his name, and I couldn't pronounce it if I even could, but he's I mean they're a big team. I mean, they get rebounds and stuff like that, but they just, I don't know, they get pushed out, and then they get pushed out behind the 3-point line, and they're shooting and missing. So
See, that's the thing I've noticed with SU in years past is they don't box out, they don't fight for the rebounds. It's like kind of like just throw it up and they don't make it, and then they just run back and get on defense.
no, I mean, these guys actually have the size to compete inside, so they're getting the rebounds and stuff like that, but they're not, again, going to the basket.
You gotta go old school, I think.
What's that? Just
Just
hire. We need the New York Yankees to get on Syracuse basketball. I mean, the Giants could use the New York Yankees batting lineup.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna. I'm surprised that you guys haven't brought that up.
Well, we're about to. Now the talks are looking at.
Christmas came early.
Yeah, no doubt. Now they're talking about Manny Machado. Did you see any of those reports?
Yeah. I love the fact that the White Sox think they're so close that they're going to take Manny for 1 year for a rental, basically.
Right.
And they're going to I couldn't imagine. I know they're deep in their prospects, but why would you take a 1 year rental unless you're one game away from the World Series like the Yankees are? Why don't you just let the Yankees spend all their prospects in their farm tank and see if they make it, and then, you go after them in free agency.
If you were the GM of the Orioles, though, are you going to trade your best player to your rival?
He's going to lose them anyway.
True.
So what do you do?
Yeah.
The best thing about it is that Boston threw at Machado so many times.
Yeah.
That
I think
he hates Boston.
And I think that's why
I want him as a Yankee. He hates Boston. It's like, perfect, you're in. And I've never rooted for a person named Manny in my life. So it's like, I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I think that's...
he'll stay in pinstripes, I think, on a winning team.
Yeah, probably.
But,
maybe. We'll see what happens. I like Todd Frazier. I was a big fan of Todd Frazier
Todd Frazier was awesome.
Yeah, I think so, too.
The Todd father. And when he came in, he was just like, this is so much freaking fun.
Well, it's his favorite team growing up,
right.
He's
but,
a hometown boy.
He rallied circled the wagons. I hate to use that because, the Bills use it and they always lose and they suck. But, sorry. But, he circled the wagons and he went out publicly and said, like, wait for us in this playoff run. Like, we're the wild card team. We're the play-in team. We're going to win. We're going to win, and it's going to be so much fun. And I can't wait for you guys to hear the clapping and the call-outs from the right field bleacher creatures and stuff like that. Like, he was the Todd father, you know? And he's not even that old. I mean, what is he, 28?
He's probably 30 maybe, 29, 30.
First year of free
there.
agency ever, so, it'd be nice to bring him back. But
I think so, too.
I think he should test the waters to see. He could probably play someplace else for more money. Especially if we get Machado. Jesus Christ.
Right, but, we don't get Todd Frazier if Machado's coming around, but we're also going to probably dump a bunch of our great pitching prospects because that's what Baltimore was talking about was
like
the pitching.
Sheffield?
Sheffield and one of those guys. Sheffield was definitely on that list.
Right.
There's a bunch of pitching prospects that the Yankees have down in the minors.
Unproven.
And they're going to have to – they're unproven, right? You're right. But the Yankees do have the best farm club in baseball right now.
Right.
It's between them and the Cubs and Cleveland, too. Cleveland's right up there with a great farm club. But
and we raped Cleveland for
Andrew Miller.
Correct.
We did.
That's how we got what's his name there?
Clint Frazier.
Yeah.
Which I think they got to hold on to that kid.
See, I loved him. And I'm like, this dude is going to play right alongside Judge. And then we got Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, Clint, man. I hope you have a good time in Detroit or wherever the hell you play.
Nah, he'll stick around. I think they're going to hold on to him. Well, they might ship him off.
I doubt it. No,
you doubt it? You think so?
He's trade bait. He's got to go.
And if anything, if you could and nobody wants his contract, get rid of Ellsbury. Yeah.
No,
nobody wants his contract.
Dude, do you want AIDS? Seriously. I don't know what Cashman was smoking when he signed that contract. It's like, all right, we'll have you for like 10
it was
years.
just a big fuck you to Boston, though.
True.
Right? Just like I think Giancarlo Stanton, too, is a big fuck you to Boston as well.
I don't think so.
I think they were salivating and trying to get him, and they just couldn't come up with a good deal for him. Not that the Yankees gave him a great deal either, though.
No.
The Yankees got a steal on that. Well,
I don't think he wanted to play
there
either. He didn't want to play in Boston. He gave 4 teams that he would play for.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, L.A., New York, and one other. And he said no to San Francisco and St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
So, it's like, hey, sorry. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make a player with a no trade clause play someplace that he doesn't want to play, which is why we're going to have a $20 million pinch runner in Jake Ellsbury.
$25 million.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, that $5 million is going to buy a really nice bench in the dugout for him to sit on.
Gold plated.
Yeah, for the next 3 years until he's gone.
The $25 million pinch runner. I love it.
Yeah, that's all he's going to be. And Clint Frazier, as excited as I was about him, and Tyler Wade, too. I mean, Tyler Wade is expendable now, too. It's like the guy hits 310 in AAA, and then you throw him out into, he only hit 155 in 58 at-bats in
Double-A.
Right.
Yeah. But we're not even talking about Aaron Hicks either. Like, what happens to Hicks? And I love that kid. Like, I thought
I think
when he was healthy, he was great.
Yeah, I think we stick with Hicks, stick with Ellsbury. You have 6 people on the squad.
6 people in the outfield.
Right. But, still, Ellsbury's gone. He's a pinch runner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't get rid of his contract, though.
I'm sure we just took Chase Headley for, 2 years from San Diego for $13 million a year and traded him back and didn't take any of his contract. So I don't know what Cashman's got, but he's got some mind meld thing where he just goes, hey, this is a bad deal for you, but a good deal for us.
I do got to ask your opinion on Aaron Boone. What do you think about that move?
I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. In 1996, I would have told you firing Buck Showalter was a terrible idea. He was awesome.
True.
And
especially for Joe Torre, because if you think about it, Joe Torre, before he got to the Yankees, when he was
a
like
failed
St.
manager.
Louis and with the Braves, his
sucked.
record was under 500. When then he comes to the Yankees, and everybody wanted to have Steinbrenner's head at the time. They're like, why are you hiring this guy? And
why would you get rid of Buck Showalter?
Right.
You know? And then Buck Showalter leaves to the Mariners and then the Orioles and takes both of them close to, at least to the playoffs, close to a World Series. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we will see. That's the one thing we will see.
You
never know. Anything can happen from now till then.
I have trust in Cashman.
Me too, actually. He is the GM of the year this year.
Absolutely.
He got voted the GM of the year this past year, yeah.
But, he also gave Jacoby Ellsbury like 8 years and $6 billion. So
you're going to have some of that. They signed A-Rod for that contract, too.
A-Rod got us a World Series and was an MVP
Took him a little
with
while.
the Yankees. So
Took him a little while.
He
was a cancer. 09, yes, A-Rod was great. Maybe even just before that, but once that whole Balco thing or the whole cousin incident with the steroids and stuff hit, A-Rod wasn't the same.
True.
He was just a media head case is what he turned out to be. And I think the Yankees are still paying him to this day.
I bet. Well, the Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla
Yeah.
until he dies. So.
They're going to pay Bobby Bonilla forever. How smart is Bobby Bonilla's fucking agent for coming up with that contract?
You can't do that anymore.
You can't?
Actually, no. That was to get under the cap. They're like, all right, well, we'll pay you $20 million over 3 years and then $50 million for the next 50 years.
Cha-ching.
Nope, can't do that anymore.
Bobby Bonilla's fucking living large.
I bet
He's
every
still
time he
getting paid.
cashes that check, I want to be at the restaurant that he's at, just going round for everybody.
Yo, Bobby. Bobby. Nice. Let's take a little break and come right back. We're going to hang out. You got time to hang, right, Naegele? We're still waiting on Vice.
Guess so.
What the hell happened to Vice? I don't know what the hell happened to Vice. Well, I hope he doesn't dog us again. If he does, I think we're going to have to cut the ties with the guy.
Oh, man.
Chicken, I think we're going to have to cut the ties.
Put him in a vice?
Huh?
We're going to have to put his head in the vice.
We're going to have to put him in the vice because, this will be 3 weeks in a row. That's unacceptable.
And Sardini's been stepping up, man.
Sardini's killing it right now.
Maybe he's intimidated.
Maybe.
The heat is on.
You never know. You hang, it's EC Radio.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
Dago Wab, Guinea, garlic bread, pizza slinging, spaghetti bending, Victimone, Perry Como, Luciano Pavarotti, solo meal, non-singer motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. That's good. EC Radio.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? EC Radio. We're live on the D. DisruptionNetworks.com. Download the app. Best way to listen to us. The whole D crew is getting together tomorrow, actually.
Yes, sir.
We're doing a Toys for Tot drive with the Marines, in conjunction with the Marines. Can you believe that? The D and the Marines coming together, joining forces. The D Marines.
Yes.
We're going to be at Polly's Barbershop, 152 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville.
You don't
tomorrow.
get much harder than that.
You really don't. Bring an unwrapped brand new toy. Bring it down. Our good friend Angela Johnson from BB Design, she's going to be in the house wrapping your gifts. She's going to be in the house wrapping gifts, and not only wrapping gifts, but she's going to be wrapping it with her cool Utica wrapping paper that she came up with.
And Naegele's pouring free beer.
All right, what time?
We'll be there from noon to 6 tomorrow. Polly's Barbershop,
be able to work
152 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville, New York. Come on down. If you're listening to us from out of town and out of state, make a donation. How about that? Hit us up.
And we're going to have a ton of fun doing this shit, you know.
Yeah, we got the whole crew from Matt Major's show. All of us, me and Chicken will be down there. We've got a couple bands stopping through.
Mr. Boogie,
Yeah.
the Honey Squad. It's going to be a fun time, man. I'm glad to be out on the road.
The whole Honey Squad will be in full effect as well. And it's going to be cool to hang out with my boy Paul.
Yep.
Paulie Randall,
I'm gonna
Tino,
get- I'm gonna get
the
a
whole
haircut.
crew. Yeah, me too. I need one
I
too,
need one,
desperately. I need one too. I got a Christmas party to go to. Me and Naegele. It's our annual Christmas party.
They let you guys sit next to each other? Or?
Well, yeah, because
Well, they actually sequester us in the
Oh,
corner.
Do you get, like, the table next to the DJ? You know,
No,
like-
no,
well,
there's no
kinda
DJ.
Fire exit.
Exactly. It's fun though. We his wife and Tori work together, and well, we've been best friends forever. You know, this has been going on for many years. But Tori and his wife Joanna work together, and tomorrow is their Christmas party, their company Christmas party. And so it's funny he was saying the same thing
we're
I
the
see.
litmus test, basically. You know, everybody runs everything by us before they do it. It's like, well, what do you think about this? It's like, oh, I guess I do it.
If it's a good idea, then they're like, we're not going to do it. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no.
We
No,
should
if
do
it's a
this.
bad idea, they're like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of here. What were you thinking?
Naegele said something funny earlier. He goes, on the way up to the Christmas party, he has to get a briefing from his wife on actually everybody's name.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to do that too.
It's a once a year, thing. Our wives work out of town, so it's not like I see these guys day-to-day life and stuff like that. So I always get the rundown. But I can't do it in the car because I have no, short-term memory. I don't know why. But when we first hit the party, it's like, can you hold back for a second, just start and point and name? So,
Does she have, like, pictures with the name?
no. I literally make her stand at the entrance and tell me, all right,
really?
who's that? I can handle the husbands, but it's very hard to. I've always found it hard to introduce myself to women.
And you were a bartender.
Hey, lady, what do you want? Doesn't work at a Christmas party.
I mean, it's not so bad. Once the mace wears off, it's good.
Yeah.
It's always a fun. They have really cool people that they work with. We have a good time when we get together with them. And we've been going about 5 years in a row for me. I think it's been
Were they having it?
this year's.
It
in-
bounces around.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to say it on the air
Oh.
because we don't want all the throngs of fans of chicken to come down there and screw up our Christmas party.
Yeah, the hordes.
Yeah, it's I don't know where
We
it
call
is,
them
actually.
chicken heads.
Chicken shits.
All the chicken heads.
All the chicken heads. Coming up in a little bit too. We got to mention too the D line.
Yep.
The D line will come up. Sil, Caleb, Chicken. They're going to be talking football. So all you football heads out there, tune into the D line every Thursday, 6:00 here on Disruption Networks.
Guaranteed ball breaking.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing for Naegele. Like, you probably never checked out the show, Dick.
Thank you.
He's putting that in his back pocket too.
It's not it's not your typical, like, boring sports show. We love to bust balls and have fun and keep it light. We don't get into politics of football, man. We just like to come out there and, like, your team sucks, and I don't care why your team's even better, but they still suck.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that whole sportscaster dream that you've
Yeah.
had, throw that right out the
Fuck
window with
that.
your biased opinions, pal.
I just brought Caleb and Silbert way down.
And you know Caleb from O'Donnell's.
Yep.
He's Mr. Analytics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, he's a walking encyclopedia,
And
the kid, the way he
Jets
rattles off.
fanboy. Oh, right. We got to
jeez.
talk about the McCown being out, too. He just got hurt.
All right.
Josh McCown. And, but I know you haven't been following, but Josh McCown is the ultimate journeyman quarterback. You know,
He
he was
was with
out of the
Cleveland,
league
right?
Yeah. Well, he was with Cleveland. He was with the Bears. He was with Arizona.
He was with Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Yeah. He actually literally was out of the league for a while, selling cars or some shit like that. And he came back and did well with the Bears. And now this year with the Jets, they were expecting him to be total dog shit this year. And the Jets actually are doing really well, and he's got really good numbers. 38 years old, and then
Wow.
now he's out.
And now he's under that acronym MRI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
now he's out, so I want to shove it in Caleb's face.
he's a Jets fan.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
huge Jets fan.
Well, I will say this, Naegele. A couple weeks ago, he came on here and he said, "Mark my words,
He did.
Aaron Boone is going to be the next Yankee manager," and he was right. And this was weeks before it even happened. So he definitely knows his shit. He definitely knows his shit. And the good thing too is the other thing. He's well versed in baseball because he's a scout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a scout for a team out there that he doesn't want us to tell you who. Well, I know who, but we're not supposed to.
Right.
Say it live on the air.
Right.
Right. Because he could get in trouble with all the F-bombs that he drops all the time. And then when he's on camera, he's sitting there dipping, so you watch him just spit into the cup the whole time.
Real close, right in
it's
the
real
camera,
attractive.
Dude,
like,
you gotta do it on the other side.
yeah, bend down, bend over.
And then Silver will pull the weirdest data out of his ass. In 1942, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, dude, how do you know this shit? So it's the most obscure stats in the world.
Yeah. Right on, man.
But they got great staff, so.
You do. You do.
Yep.
You picked a good crew.
See,
You did. You picked a good crew.
I surround myself with smart guys. I
Yeah.
told Z to do the same thing.
And
but
I didn't listen.
No, you failed.
I failed miserably. Miserably.
It's terrible.
Terrible. What else do you have planned this weekend? You got anything fun? Are you going to the basketball game on Saturday, too?
Syracuse?
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
No, it's at Georgetown.
Oh, it's at Georgetown.
So
Oh, okay.
Why, you want to go?
Yeah, we'll go to Washington. Let's
All right, you buy gas.
hop in the car. I'll buy gas.
You gotta wear all SU attire.
Next time I'm working at the Stanley this weekend. We got a Saturday. There's a Christmas party, and our buddy Showtime is playing. So
Nice.
we'll hang out with those guys. But any plans though this weekend, other than the Christmas party tomorrow?
Try and relax.
Relax.
Yeah.
Chill out.
I noticed he said try.
Right. Well, dude, this kid runs around the clock.
Oh, I know.
He does, and it's all beer related shit.
There's times I've seen him out there, seen Naegele out there. I'm like, are you working or are you?
He's always
hanging out?
working. No, he will sit in a bar, and then all of a sudden he'll get a call from another bar that the CO2 tank is down or something, and they don't know how to do anything. He runs down there and does it. Like, he's the utility guy. He really is.
That's everybody who sells beer. I know.
Yeah. Well, not as much as you do it, bro.
Well,
Like, I
learned from the best, Vinny and Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz.
Yeah, when they called on us at the EC, you know, I called Fritz at 10:30 at night, not even thinking that he might be sleeping. You know? Like, Jesus Christ, Fritz, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know, Fritz, what the fuck is going on? No beer's coming out. Are you out of gas, idiot? Let me check. Yup.
That happened, right? Is that from a true story, right?
Dude, that happened more than once. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that they still even sold us beer.
Right,
back then.
I know.
But
Oh, my God. Those were the days. I don't remember half of them, but those were the days.
Yeah, but it's good to see that you're still doing shit like that. You know what I mean? You're still taking care of stuff because, a lot of places they close at 5 and that's it, and then you can't get a hold of anybody. And
I've been very, very lucky. I'm not wholly qualified to do much else than what I do, and so, I've wound up with good people, in a good progression of companies to work for, good families, and
Nice.
one should be very thankful for that luck. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers to. I mean, only in Utica, really.
Only in
There
Utica.
you go.
Yeah,
My
we're
favorite
cracking
sound in the
open.
world.
Mine
So
is-
Merry Christmas. That's my sappy ass sentimental.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas. Happy Festivus.
But he is in the trenches when it comes to the beer
Oh, yeah.
world.
You gotta
right,
be.
right in
I
the
mean,
middle of it.
it's
And you
customer
still
service.
have a great relationship with the brewery too,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah.
But again, it's just, beer is when it's being sold. When is beer being sold? When most of us old assholes are sleeping. So if somebody calls you, like at 10:30 at night, you got to go out and
You have to do it. You have to do it. You have a huge territory too, though, right? Aren't you all over pretty much of their territory? Because McCraith has
Right.
it's
But
a
there's-
county thing, right?
yeah, but it's like 20 salesmen and 7 counties or 10 counties, 13,000 square miles.
Wow.
So it's spread out, but it's not like I have to go to Plattsburgh every day or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Naegele has the best tattoo ever.
He's got a UC tattoo right across his chest. Yeah,
It's a
that's
great
good.
tattoo.
No, we're not going to make you expose it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, is that a webcam?
Yeah. Let me see your tits.
Let's check your tats out. Let's show us your tats.
Actually, that was yesterday's show.
Can you settle debate?
Oh, I know where you're going.
You know
with
where I'm
this.
going
yeah,
with this?
Yeah.
Is Utica Club and Matt's the same recipe?
Was it?
No.
No.
Well. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Don't worry, nobody can see you.
Well, Matt's isn't in existence anymore.
Right, they're no longer in existence. But
There's differences in the recipe.
There is.
my father would
between the
swore by
grains.
it, yes.
Yeah. So one has rice, one has corn.
Which is which?
I don't.
I don't want to get into it. I don't represent Matt's. You know, like I can't speak for FX Matt Brewing Company. I don't work for
Because
them,
my
so.
father swore up and down because somebody had told him that
Trust
they're
me.
the
I've
same.
argued with so many people in so many bars about the most minuscule, irrelevant fucking bullshit things. And at the end of the day, I wake up the next day, I just have a bigger headache. Like, God, why do I?
I was weaned on.
It's called a
Matt's.
hangover, actually.
I know.
I was weaned on Matt's. You know, when I was a little kid.
You're a weed, yeah.
Yeah. So.
That was in your mom's nipple.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You see, huh?
Yeah, my father just threw up.
Where's she now?
He just go like this, 2 fingers. That means I ran to the fridge, grabbed 2 beers, and brought it to him. And they were always Matt's. Yeah. So I'd sneak a sip here and there, you know. But growing up, it was always Matt's. And then like Matt's disappeared and went to UC, and I was too young to notice the difference. But a lot of people said they were the same recipe, and he swore up and down that they weren't.
And I told the company line that they were different. I don't know any better, to be quite honest with you. So
Well, it'll set him, like, make him easy.
I don't want to be the topic of conversation at your Christmas dinner. I don't want to ruin the ham. I can't speak to it.
You
honestly.
have at my house.
Huh?
You've been the topic of conversation at my house
About
during
what?
Christmas. Well, back in the day, I'm sure.
Oh.
I'm
The
sure your
incident
name
where you
came
put that
up on
thing
the
in the
table,
turkey.
dude.
and-
No, I just don't want anybody to say, like, you know what, Dad? I told you Fort Schuyler, Utica Club, and Matt's were all the same goddamn thing. And they
Nagel
were-
said so.
Right. Well,
The beer guy
not,
said.
Not that anybody's listening to this, but I just don't want to have to deal with chicken shit, you know?
Now you're calling me chicken shit.
No, I
There you
said
go.
chicken shit. There's a little squelch on the mic, so you didn't get the apostrophe.
Jeez, I'm just taking all kinds of abuse.
I do want to ask this though. There's so many Utica Club merchandise collectors out in the world. What's probably the highest priced item out there, you think?
There's stuff that I've still never seen before. You know Jay Thompson.
Yeah.
That kid finds things I don't even know where, how, and brings them back, like little things that look like, you know, the cab lights on top of a New York City cab.
Yeah.
One of those that says Utica Club, and I'm like, it's got to be custom, right? Somebody just took that and had it made. And he's like, no, they made these from 1921 to 1922 and a half, and they only made 37 of them. They made them in Brooklyn, and it's like, holy shit, how the hell do you even find that?
It's crazy.
You know, because you know Houck and Phelps and me and you and Todd and we were all, and of course Damon, we're all trying to find all the stuff that we could find. And then they're still pulling stuff out of barns and basements and attics that we've never seen. And we're actually interested in it. you
Yeah.
know? So it's pretty exciting.
Really? So yeah, there's always merchandise that you find. I wonder if there's any 1800 merchandise out there. There's got to be, right?
I ever tell you the story I have a brand new Utica Club neon sign in the box that's never been lit.
Really?
Who the hell? How? How does that happen? You know? Like,
How do you buy that and never light it?
Right. I mean, it's coming from the 1950s. It had to literally sit in a trunk, in a box, in an attic, someplace
Did you
for
light it up?
60 years. No.
See,
I'm
so
afraid
you
to-
even didn't do it.
I'm afraid to touch it. It's in Fort Knox.
I was watching some movie. I was flipping through the channels, and it just came on. Some movie was on. I was trying to see what it was, and there was a couple of people drinking in a bar somewhere, and there was a Utica Club sign, Utica Club sign, right over their head. I can't remember for the life of me what movie it was, but I'm like, what the hell? There's a Utica Club sign in this movie. Like, it's so obscure.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, and like Dirty Dancing, he's drinking a Utica Club in there.
Right. All the people that leave Utica to get jobs, it's like they never drop any hints. You know.
I never know what to drink if I'm. Well, like you said, I go to Yangling or
That's your go-to when you're on a stage
Boston,
or something like that.
the Sam Adams Boston Ale.
Jesus Christ, I want to kill
When
this
when
guy.
I can't get a UC, like that's the only. I don't know what else to get. Like I can't do the Labatt's, I can't do the Coors and anything like that. It's like.
What do you prefer, though? Or does it just depend on what day it
We're
is?
getting into topics that I don't want to discuss.
All right.
I like old man
let's
beer.
move along.
Yeah,
I do. I really like old man beer.
me
I drink
too.
The hell out of some Utica Club.
Yeah, me too. PBR. I like PBR too.
I can do a PBR.
I'll
I
drink
could do
like
the Coors Banquet beer.
Yeah.
That's a good beer. I gotta say that's a decent beer.
How about OV splits? We all grew up on OV splits, didn't we?
Yep.
You know, OV splits, and that ended up like that in the toilet too.
And heartburn.
Yeah. OV splats.
The OV shits.
Yeah. That's why I can't drink Labatt's anymore either, though. It gives me the poops.
You know what I think it is when you change beers.
Yeah.
Like everyone says that about UC, and then, like I don't. It doesn't happen with UC. But if I change beers and start drinking a different beer, especially some of the heavier stuff, oh man, I'm done. But I think it's because I'm not used to drinking it.
Yeah.
I think it just changes my. Because like other people, they'll drink UC and they're like, oh, my stomach hurts. It doesn't do that to me.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
But then I can switch up to something else and they'll do that.
You know, if you forget to eat all day and then go to a sporting event and have 25 beers, kind of upsets my stomach. It must have been the type of beer that they sell at the sporting
With
event.
the chili
you know?
dog, with the extra
exactly.
jalapenos, and yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of happens.
Can't imagine. God damn that so-and-so.
People forget about that too. Like, oh, like they had like 2 slices of pizza with
But
like
they'll
everything on
they'll
it.
hold on to that hatred for their life.
But it was this beer that
You
did
know.
it to me, yeah.
Oh, man. And then they come up with a nice little euphemism for it, like the blah, blah, blahs or the Matt Splats
Yep,
or the
yep.
Yeah.
Jenny Screamers. Jenny Screamers is actually kind of funny because they actually put lactose in Jenny Cream Ale. That's what made it a cream ale. So lactose, but not milk. They didn't put milk in the freaking beer.
What did they put? What do you mean by lactose?
Lactose.
then?
Lactose is milk sugar. So
Right.
that's the sugar
So-
that's present in milk that makes it sweet.
Okay.
So it's complex sugar that doesn't normally go into beer. It's not naturally introduced into beer through the grains and stuff like that. So you have to add it. And the reason that you would add it is because it would be the last like sugar to be fermented by the yeast. So it would remain in the beer and it would make it sweet and give it like a nice smooth mouthfeel. So you couldn't even get that much out of your mouth in a bar in the 1970s before somebody would punch you in the fucking face. You know? So nobody knew that this sugar is being added to the beer to make it taste better. But if you're lactose intolerant, all you knew is that you drank a fucking Jenny and you shit your brains out
You're
the next
down
day.
for the count.
Exactly. So that's where the Jenny Screamers come from. The Matt Splats, I don't know. I don't
It
have
just
any-
rhymes.
Yeah,
And you know
exactly.
what?
It's great. But
You drink a lot of any beer, it's going to give you the shits.
exactly.
I'm sorry,
Well, that's
but
what I
it's
tell
going to
everybody.
happen.
It's
True.
like, oh, I'm sorry, you had an upset stomach. There's not one thing that will live in beer
Any liquid,
that will give
though.
you the shits.
Any liquid. I was detoxing because to do a drug test.
that your
I was,
PSA for the
detoxing
day?
from what? No, seriously though. There's nothing that will live in beer that can make you sick, like to the point of
Right.
being sick.
I got you.
Well, I was trying to get the weed out of my system because I had to take a drug test to get into work, and I drank like 2 gallons of fucking water. I was shitting like a motherfucker. I was shitting water. Like
Yeah.
it came out pure water. But it's like any liquid like that you drink a lot of. And you think about it, when you're out drinking a beer, how many pints are you drinking? 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? You're filling your gut with just liquid.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out.
Right.
So regardless of what you're drinking, you're gonna be shitting anyways. I'm sorry, but like I
So
said,
attribute it to your beer. It's not your gross
Digestive system.
Right.
or
It
inattention.
has nothing
your
to do with
health.
your
Yeah.
intestines or.
right, it's not the beer, it's
Oh,
you.
Got to be definitely got to be the.
I mean, when you drink, you drink a ton of beer. You're putting a ton of liquid in there. Like I said, when I was drinking the fucking water, I drink 2 gallons of water. I was shitting like every half hour, and it was pure liquid. But it was like, it's got to come out.
So I came in on a drug conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
and you're
leaving
gonna leave on
a
a shit
shitting-
conversation. Dude,
Fantastic.
But
does it surprise you though?
It involved drugs too.
But there's such a science that goes on with making beer, though, right? He's talking about the lactose and sugar and all that. Like, there's such a science and
Sure, it's
it's
biology.
chemistry. It's like
And it
Breaking
predates-
Bad and shit.
Well, it predates what anybody knew about biology because it was before the invention of the compound microscope. So, people just left grains out in a bowl of water in the sun to make them softer so they could chew them. I mean, we were basically walking cows, hunters and gatherers. And they're like, all right, hey, if we take all this crap, put it in a pot, put it in the water so we don't have to crack our teeth on it. All of a sudden, they drank it, and they're like, oh, wow, this is fun. We'll do this. Hey, is that God? So,
Beer.
yeah. Beer. So, I don't know. Fast forward 3,000 years later, we're still trying to figure out whether we could put peanut butter in it without killing everybody. And
Well, there's just so much of it.
I heard there's new peanut butter beer.
Have you
I
tried
bet
it,
there's-
Naegele?
What? Which
The
one?
peanut butter beer?
There's like 19,000
Oh, there is.
breweries.
Well, I heard-
no. I mean, there's like a
I heard
brewery on every corner.
Fulton Chain has
Yeah, the Fluffer something.
Nutter or something like that.
Well, I can say whatever it comes down to.
Is it good?
I like the brewery. I haven't,
You haven't
honestly
tried it?
had it.
A friend of mine pointed it out, said it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Fluffer something. I've
Yeah.
heard. Actually, I was at Stockdale's today, in Oriskany, and a beer fan there.
Oriskany,
was-
I've been there before.
No, really?
Yeah.
His
County
DNA's all
jail
over
or
the
no?
place.
I'm a Oriskany boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
That's where the gut comes from.
Yep. That's where it got cut from. So, the Nutter Butter? Nutter?
is that what they call it?
I thought
Fluffer-
so.
I-
Fluffer Nutter? I don't know. Fluff another.
Fluff is something. So yeah, haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things. Literally from a customer next to me.
Just knock the wall down. It's okay. We're remodeling.
You know, the cool thing, too, is there's a lot of breweries popping up. Woodland, great place,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I love that place.
City.
Copper City's another one. And then which
12
the one
Stone.
in,
12 Stone.
is that the one in Holland
16
Patton?
Stone.
16
Stone.
Stone.
Well, they
12
dropped
Stone.
two.
Sorry. They fired so and so. We're 12 stone now.
It's close enough.
Are these places you frequent, or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Look at me.
But it's a cool thing that's going on right now. I feel like this whole
Well, they just announced
movement
through
of
the
craft beer.
governor's initiative. The governor isn't really having a fantastic week.
Yeah, right.
Between what he proposed for the restrictions on guns, if you get charged with a crime but not convicted of a crime, blah blah blah. We can do that next week. But fucking
But
the
fucking.
but the whole thing where they asked him about the women that were sexually harassed under his administration, and he's like, I really don't want to talk about that. But what you're talking about is the fact that he had this whole tax and regulation decrease initiative to double the amount of craft breweries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's going to be more popping up, I feel like, too.
Yeah,
It's like-
absolutely. I mean, it's just there's a plethora of them, and
2 days in a row. Plethora.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
Are they doing well, though? These
They are.
like,
They are.
I feel like Woodland does very, very well.
No, they're awesome, and
Yeah.
they're awesome breweries.
Mm-hmm.
It's like his one saving grace with upstate New York is that he
That's
pushed
it,
through
right,
this
right, right.
legislation, and they're like, "What about the SAFE Act? What about this? What about that?" And they're like, "But the breweries."
Well, didn't he do
Let's
that
get
with
drunk.
wineries
Yes.
too, right?
Yeah.
The
Well,
wineries.
It's all under the same act, isn't it?
kind of. Yeah, he sort of emulated the way that the wineries were regulated in the Finger Lakes.
Now they got rid of the blue laws too, right?
Yeah. To 10 o'clock. We're
Oh,
less-
I
we're
thought
just-
they
we're just-
abolished it altogether.
Nah,
No, they
we're
just-
just less Puritan. You know.
What a dumb rule. Like
All right.
I was
you
on-
need a watch to tell you when you're thirsty?
Well, no, because when I'm on way to a football game and I want to pick up a couple cases of beer, and all of a sudden
Right.
I'm told I can't.
Nope. Well,
Like fuck,
if you're in Massachusetts, you can't even do it on Sunday. I think they repealed that now too.
it's insane. I just wish they
But
just.
you could buy weed in Massachusetts.
That is true.
That's a new thing.
Yeah.
Do
Can
they
you do that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have weed beer?
No, we don't have weed beer.
Not
We-
you.
What
I
are
mean,
you, a
out
cop?
there. Like,
Yes,
no.
out there, yeah, of course.
Like, how is it taste?
There's
Like, does it-
marijuana-fused beer. Of course there is. I feel like it's an IPA, right?
I don't know. Why would you want to do that?
Because it tastes a little skunky, right?
It sounds dangerous.
It tastes sour diesely.
You know, when I walk into these places, like out in Syracuse, they got like Empire and all those places, and they got so many beers. Like I'm overloaded. Like I don't know what to go to. Like there's like 100,000 beers up there, and I'm like, what do I go to? Like,
Ask the bartender.
yeah, but they like then they're gonna be like, well, what's your flavor? Do you like? I mean, what would be your go-to? Like,
Do you want me to pick your beer that you're going to drink forever?
I don't like IPAs. That's it. No, I'm just saying,
I
like,
can't do them either, bro. They
I
give
can't
me
do
eye to the-
IPAs. So, like, if I don't like IPAs, I'm more of a Utica Club kind of guy.
Lagers then,
Yeah,
or
like,
Pilsner.
sure. Lagers, Pilsners. I can do Reds.
You
Yeah.
never know what's going to catch your your flavor, you know. So what I always do, and why Utica Club is the best-selling beer in all of the craft beer accounts that I have, is you walk in.
Utica Club's considered craft beer?
No, it's not.
No, but
but it's the best-selling beer in every craft beer account that I have, because most people walk in and go, "Holy shit! Give me 4 Uticas and give me a second." And then they grab the beer menu and they kind of figure out what the hell's going on, and maybe
it's like a safety beer.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
a crutch.
It's not even a crutch, but still, I mean, it's the same for like Saranac Pale Ale, Switchback, stuff like that. Something you recognize. You can go, are we all good with this? Can we do this? All right, great. Bang. Here's some beers. Here's the beer menu. You guys figure all this shit out. I got to take a leak.
Gotcha.
Because that's my
it's
heart.
like an appetizer.
When I go into these places, I'm like,
Good
holy
point.
shit. And like World of Beers and all this stuff. I'm like, man, there's just so many freaking
That's
beers.
the other thing, too. There's too many decisions.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know.
It's like going to Bonnaroo.
Kinda, yeah.
There's just way too many bands playing at once. I don't know if I want to see Talking Heads or do I want to see the Chili Peppers.
Right.
But there's just too many. Right.
I felt like
we
that.
got to go to that show, by the way. David Byrne is actually going on tour. I'm pretty psyched about that. I want to change this up real quick. How exciting is that?
It's awesome.
David Byrne from the Talking Heads. He's doing a tour in
Solo
March.
tour.
Solo tour where he
Which
is
is
actually
good.
playing some old school stuff and some stuff coming off.
But he's
his
going to be
new album.
alone on a stage with a spotlight, and God only knows what else.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Me too. That's going to be exciting. We have to make it to that one. I know he's doing a couple shows. There's 2 shows in upstate New York. I didn't realize there was 2.
Where are they located? Where they
One
Kingston
in
and
Buffalo and one in Kingston, in the middle of March.
I know
and David Byrne does not do this. He hasn't toured in years, probably 10 years.
2009.
See,
Is that what it was?
I know you hate them, but they're on my bucket list, and I'm going to fulfill it this year. I'm
In
gonna go-
Sync? Super Bowl?
Yes. Nickelback. And, no, the Eagles.
Oh, I saw that.
Eagles
No,
are
I
coming.
would love to see the Eagles. You kidding me?
I thought
Who was that redneck sounding motherfucker who's on the XM radio commercials? Like, hey, y'all, this is Mary from the Eagles. And I'm like, really? What did you do?
It had to be Joe Walsh.
I don't
Like,
know.
he's the only one I can picture sounding like that.
I think so.
And I seen Joe Walsh.
I think it is Joe Walsh.
I seen Joe Walsh open up for Bob Seger, and he killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it.
What do you think? Well, I mean, Glenn Fry died last year.
Yeah.
You think maybe he was the one holding up the whole tour or something, and now that he's passed on? Or
Well, they
maybe because of his passing, they were like, well, maybe we should do this
I
in
think
honor
that's
of
it.
Glenn Fry.
I think that's it. Bob Seger actually wrote a whole new album dedicated to Glenn Fry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called "I Remember You When," and it's all dedicated to Glenn Fry. They came up together. He offered Glenn Fry a job back, singing backup, but Glenn Fry's mom told him no. She got on the phone with Seeger and told him absolutely not. He needed to finish school. So yeah,
Wow.
Can you imagine that? But
No
then
kidding.
it's kind of cool. Like they came up together like that. But I'm a huge Eagles fan. I would love to go check that out.
I don't know. I thought that would be a great show.
Yeah.
No,
Can I get that cut out without any context where he says, I'm a huge Eagles fan? I want that for my ringtone.
Why, you don't like the Eagles?
No,
I
he's
love
talking
the-
about Philly, man.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he got you, actually.
Yeah. Hey, I used to like the Eagles when they had McNabb.
It was kind of hard not to, and me being a Giants fan, it was kind of hard not to root for Donovan McNabb because of the whole Syracuse tie-in. You know, and the same thing with Carmelo right now.
Yep.
Right.
You know, it's even no matter if he goes up into the stands and fights the audience or whatever. Excuse me. I have a little soft spot for Carmelo in my heart.
See, I thought,
Just because he won the national championship.
and I thought
in
McNabb was
2003.
a
And
better.
then he turned into Nas.
Oh shit!
He turned into Nas. That's good.
I thought McNabb was a better version of Cunningham.
Yeah.
Like he could throw, he could run.
Cunningham was
Yeah.
nasty though.
Yeah, but Cunningham wasn't, an H2 Hummer that could run you right over.
That's why I like
Yeah.
McNabb.
Yeah.
And Brian Westbrook, I found, was like one of the most underrated running backs. That kid was special. But fuck the
Anyway,
Eagles.
Why are we talking about the past when we could be talking about Nick Foles in the future?
Nick Foles. That's coming up
At
in
one
about
point,
coming.
At one
about
point, he was their
15
future.
minutes. In about 15 minutes, you can hear all about all that shit. The D-line.
I'm going to call my wife and I got to argue about football.
Yeah, stay on, bro.
You
Our
should.
guest canceled. Stay on, bro.
Stay on, of course.
We drink beer and talk shit.
That's all they do. That's why we have a great sponsor in Utica Club in Saranac. Thank you, Fred Matt. We love you. In fact, I got to hang out with Fred this weekend at the Floodwood show at the KAC this past weekend. Unbelievable time. We had great time. They actually rolled out the red carpet for us. It was super, super cool to hang out, and we hung out in Nola's afterwards, and
Nice.
everybody was very hospitable. And
Nola's
lots of fun.
great
But it
place.
was great to hang out with Fred because
Well, I mean, he's
we
the
were
mayor
both
of
ripped.
Clinton.
Yeah, and we
exactly.
we got shit faced.
Yep.
And if you watch any of our videos from Modown, I interviewed Fred at Modown, and we're both completely shit faced in it. And last Saturday was worse than that.
I just got a shout out for Nola's Jansen Fay. Does great work, man.
Yeah.
That guy puts on
Buys good beer and, has a great space.
great food too, man.
It's a nice little town.
Old Town boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, graduated a year before after me.
Did he?
Yep.
Right on. Yeah, Nola's is a great spot. I highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. And big ups to Floodwood, too. I want to mention that. They just released a new album. So big ups to those guys for coming up with the new album, the new release. And hopefully they're going to be on the show really soon.
Yep.
Really, really soon. In fact, probably for our Christmas special. We're going to have a Christmas special next Friday, by the way. And we've got Francis Pazanella from Ocean Blue coming in on that day, and on top of a bunch of other people. So we'll let you know about that. And also, before we get out here, because it's coming up really, really soon, we got to mention with it, we will be at Paulie's Barbershop tomorrow all day collecting toys for Tots.
12 to 6.
The whole crew is going to be there.
Bring a new unwrapped toy.
Yep. Yeah, and Angela from BB Designs will be there to wrap some of your gifts. So,
But not Angie.
not
Not
Angie
Angie.
from the Keeler Show, no.
That would be great.
She was a Spitfire. Oh, my God. We do got to get a hold of her. That's a good idea. Whoever came up with that one, we need to get in touch
I
with
got one
her.
more Utica Club question for Naegele.
Okay.
When Utica Club was the first beer sold in the United States after Prohibition, where was it sold?
Hotel Utica.
Was okay, nice.
And how do they know they were the first ones?
Because they said so.
Okay. Good answer.
What do you got?
I don't,
Were you there?
there wasn't
Were you
social
there?
media
Come on.
back then, so
No, fake news.
They're the first one to put on Snapchat.
because they said so. Good answer, Naegele. Anything you want to promote or plug before we get the hell out of
Absolutely
here?
not, but thank you very
No.
much for having me.
Thanks
my
for coming,
cheeks hurt,
man.
my belly hurts.
When's the beer ball coming back?
God damn it, chicken.
Wait, is that a thing?
No.
Oh, all right.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
I'm doing the Joe Lowe thing where I just start a rumor.
Yeah, you're like a wood splitter, you know? Everything's going well.
How epic would that be, actually? If
I miss those,
the
man.
beer ball would
Fantastic.
come back.
I couldn't wait. We'd have to teach everybody how to receive them, stack them, allocate them, put them on the truck, deliver them, tap them. Yeah.
But they
that's
make
like
great outdoor lights.
That's 6 times harder than just selling the beer that we sell right now.
And
no one-
buoys.
and buoys, yes.
They make good buoys.
I actually had a guy call me today and go, "What's up with the helium beer?" And I'm like, "Dude, you got to be kidding me right now." He's like, "No. I just had an account ask me for helium beer." I'm like, "Either they're breaking your fucking balls or you've been asleep for 5 years." Like that was a joke on April Fool's
It's
Day.
a light beer, right?
Yeah, it's a very light beer. But he's like, I don't know. I'm like, so somebody walked into a liquor store where you can't even buy fucking beer and asked for helium beer. That's what we do every day. You know? We're trying to fight against that customer.
Helium beer, is any relation to canned steam?
No, you know what
No?
it's up against though?
What?
Nitrous fucking brownies.
Yeah. Nitrous brownies all day, man.
Yep.
Naegele, thanks for coming in, man. Hang out anytime, man. Please. Open door policy.
He's never
of
coming
course.
back again. Him and Piers when they're like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, right. I'm a one and done. One and done. Hey, on Monday, I do got to mention we have Keith coming back in. Readings by Keith.
Nice.
So if you want to get touched in to your spiritual side, if you want to get
You paused way too long with that.
if you want to get tapped into your spiritual side, Keith will talk to your dead relatives. So check out that. Yeah, it's unbelievable, bro. My grandmother showed up here the last time.
Dead relatives, is that a new beer?
No, it's a metal band.
It's a seasonal called fucking disappointing.
Oh, man. Stick around for the D-Line. We'll see you on Monday.
Attention listeners, you can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts on demand at DisruptionNetworks.com. Please subscribe to EC Radio Podcast on iTunes and like us on Facebook.